Yes. It all went.
We almost died.
It all went nice and buttery smooth. You all die. Don't be so negative about it.
Please, nothing can kill me except for that one zombie that almost did.
Except for that one zombie that basically bitch slapped you into the second existence.
I mean, Noto and I both got kind of pimp slapped by those things.
Critical
thanks to
hits
my
up or
stratagem,
nose joke.
I was pretty healthy.
It was very uncalled for.
Oh my goodness. Why must you show the ferret dance? And then meets the Pikachu. Well, that's about the recap. There isn't all that much exciting to fill in otherwise.
Yeah, we have that one fairy thingy that we have a lot of swords held on it. We're gonna try to interrogate it.
Why are you so mean to this semi-conscious creature
Because-
that's on the floor?
Well,
Because
hopefully,
a creature that looked exactly like it nearly. Well, it wasn't really the one trying to really killing us. It was mostly just assisting the zombies and destroying us.
and the other things that existed.
Well, that's fair enough, I guess. I guess that's an excuse you can give when the cops come by and ask questions on why you kidnapped
No,
someone.
not the cops, not again.
I can't go back.
Stop! You violated the wall. Let's pay 50 gold and be on our way.
When the little creature wakes up, it simply would like to know what's going on and why you very big and tall creatures are here.
Many reasons. I say bleeding.
Didn't
What
you
are
also
you
do
doing
something?
here?
Did you also do something to our magic Dorito?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
yeah,
all-
we
closed it.
we purified magic Dorito, or well, I don't think purified the right word, but we
threw
turned
a
it
potion
off.
at it. We threw a potion at it that dissolved its magicalness.
If I'm correct. And I might
Yeah, I threw in a purifying potion into the dimension of hell.
No, you threw a magic circle potion in so that it would sort of seal in on itself.
Yeah, we basically we turned it into the off position.
And then it fizzled.
Hell yeah.
Well, she's a little flabbergasted. She feels like a certain something's missing. That would make sense of this, but she kind of remembers this place being empty and people not just coming in here, so your presence is a little bit weird.
There were goblins and people trying to kill us, so we killed them first.
There's no goblins in here. She knows that much.
Yeah,
There's
there
also
were
a
more like
you
sin spawn and zombies and
Yeah, those
One
are
girl.
those are normal. Those she remembers are supposed to be here.
and there was another you, and I stabbed it.
No, there isn't another her. She's the only one down here that's as cool as her.
Well, yes, the other one's cooler because it's dead.
Wow, that's basically a threat.
Yeah, kinda. I'm not in a good mood anymore.
yeah. Well, while we're down here and everyone has the thing surrounded, I want to tie its arms up.
Why? It's we got it like.
Literal swords to its neck.
Yeah, but
Don't waste
like-
the rope. What are you do? So what is she doing down here?
Yeah, how about you start asking some questions?
me ask.
Anybody who's not me, ask questions.
Because you're the.
I know,
Yeah.
but I want to hear you guys do things.
Well, I'm just gonna heal a little bit.
I can. Well, that rock thing's healing. Okay, so I look at the. Okay, what is this thing called again? Like a.
It's a Vanquil. I think of the one.
Well, I mean,
this is
okay,
not a Vorguil because she has a body.
right.
Yeah, the wheel is the thing that eats your head, and then like xenomorphs your head off.
No, it makes you stunned and then it smooches you.
And then you gotta cure your head. But
Just
that's
like
not-
shark
that's
bait, it's
neither here nor
all
there.
trickery.
Yeah, that's right.
Everything.
Shark
Oh,
bait
it's in
that
the
hurt
real
nervously. Anyway, so the real question is, who are you and what were you doing down here in the first place?
Take a moment and think about it. In what context do you want the answer? Like, why am I
Well,
here as in alive? Why am I here at this location? Why am I here in this room?
Okay, we'll break it down. We actually had to fight off and then kill something that looked exactly like you. In fact, doesn't this person look like exactly like the thing we killed?
I
Yep,
think they're just
Like-
the same.
like 2 drops of water.
Yeah, like you're an exact spitting image.
There
of
you
the
go.
Yeah, you're an exact spitting image of the creature that we slayed getting here.
You were gonna say slut, Clark. I can't believe it.
I
How
swear
dare
to
you.
God, I was not gonna say slut. Don't call me out like that. Anyway, but yeah, and I basically poised that. So I was like, is there any explanation for that, or?
She thinks about it again. The last thing she remembers doing is, man, I'm always get the worst gas when I'm trying to talk. The last thing she remembers doing was coming over to the. She calls it okay. Let me get this term right. I think it's a minor rune well of wrath, and she went over here under the promise by someone something that would help her unleash her true power potential to the power of wrath or something. And then it's all like a big void of there ain't nothing here.
As in, she
Huh.
doesn't remember anything happening.
Nope.
Kind of weird.
We could
That's-
tie her up and take her to town.
Do you
I
really
mean,
think
that-
it's honestly
For
be
what
helpful?
purpose?
Well, I mean, like, more people can interrogate her. More people who like have questions. I don't know.
They'll okay. Have you point? I point at the creature because I'm a vermin person. I know how people react to things. You see what you're wanting to take to town, right?
Yeah.
If they
I
don't
mean-
hang you for trying to summon a demon, then they'll
What
definitely
demon?
just kill you.
So
Also, do we
hey,
have, like-
little
Oh,
thing.
sorry.
What's your name?
Let's me just pull up the right page. I don't like that these things don't come with pronunciation guides. Glass and Wrath. Gosh, in the original one, she was all the way at the top and she looked kind of cool, and now she looks kind of weird. Aurelian.
Yeah, her art is her
Aurelian.
new art is terrible.
She sounds like a material.
So I got a question for you. I'm bad with.
Again.
No, he's bad with names.
Okay.
Aurelian.
You like twist your finger like you.
Okay, if we don't kill you, will you kill us?
Why do you want to kill me?
Because the last one tried to kill me.
But I'm not
We-
that one.
we-
I know, but we gotta be careful.
I
You're gonna
kind of
try to
think I
kill me?
know what's. Yeah.
No. Are you gonna
Claire-
try to kill me?
Claire, go ahead and voice your concerns. Muttering over to this
Well,
angry
no,
cat.
I was gonna say I think I sort of know what's going on here, but I don't know the context.
Yeah,
How about you just throw it out there?
Well, I was gonna say, as far as I can tell, our little companion here, was looking for some ultimate power, which probably wasn't good. So we'll just kind of put that out there. But bit off more than can chew, and whatever we were fighting, I guess, stole her image.
Nice theory.
For what purpose? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so whoever here is trained in spellcraft or knowledge arcana can roll me that,
Me,
because she did drop a term that has some sort of meaning to it.
I have a Arcana in 5.
then roll.
And wait, what's a spellcraft?
Oh
Ooh,
god,
I have 7 spell.
none of these are rune wells in context. Rune well.
Oh come on. What? I have a 7 in spellcraft.
Yeah, but Craig kicked your ass in it.
I was too busy
Definitely a
admiring the
boy.
cat.
All right, Craig, you know what rune wells are. They're
Apparently
they're pits of well, maybe you read a book around here, I don't know. So rune wells so the runes themselves refers to the runes of sin, and when enough sin is called up in an area and a wizard says the right magic words and does the magic hullabaloo. Well, you don't have to be a wizard, but you need to be a spellcaster, a magic user. You can create a rune will, which has a variety of cool powers, including one of which is that you can make sin spawn out of it.
You can make sin spawn, or you
Yep.
can like
You
summon sin spawn.
You just put a drop of blood in, and if you got wrath in your heart, then boom, a little evil baby comes out.
Shake and bake zombies.
The thing stays up in power as long as people of its sin die near it. So if you got a greed, you need greedy people to die for it to stay active.
So this one was wrath.
Apparently.
Okay. So who? Okay. So wrathful people die to feed this thing.
Yeah. It doesn't have
So
to be
is our-
like intentionally or sacrificial or anything. It's just they die in the area. They get sucked into it.
So is our little friend here angry? I'm gonna look at her.
Do you
Yeah,
have any?
angry.
I mean, you can look at me and they don't look angry in like the traditional sense.
I mean, that word explained that feeling that came over me during when we were fighting.
But you got angry in the fight.
Oh, I got like, oof, hit us.
What were you angry at?
Well, I mean, well, for one,
So when the wrath spawn bit you,
The DM cuts off that discussion.
when the wrath spawn bit you, you were overwhelmed with sinful thoughts of wrath.
like, and as I explained, for one, you, like, we're like, oh, nothing bad's gonna happen when I kick down this door, and then kick down this door, and bad things
That's
happen.
not
Right.
necessarily wrathful to be excited about opening doors.
No, but angry at me for being excited.
Yeah, and that came out of nowhere.
That you basically brought this down on us.
Oh yeah, so you
Yeah.
guys were telling me. So you think that on the other side of the door was nothing until I had fun.
Yeah, just
No,
almost,
I'm
yeah.
pretty
It,
sure.
well,
I'm pretty sure we said.
Zombies don't materialize in closets because people are angry.
But what I'm saying is that, like, at that during combat, I have no idea why I got genuinely angry.
Because you were bitten by sin spawn, which are creatures made
No,
out
no,
of pure
you're
emotion.
talking in character.
Yet Ezra doesn't know why she got genuinely angry.
Nice.
Well, I can explain the whole thing.
Now,
because I
Ezra,
was-
you're not stupid enough to not know that cause and effect are a thing.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, a thing bit me, and then all of a sudden I got angry at, like,
Hey, it might be a werewolf. Maybe you're becoming a werewolf.
yeah, you're becoming,
Sick.
you're
That'd be
becoming
cool.
an angry wolf, angry wolf. But
I mean, you could become a werebear. Those are lawful good, but you're angry over people's tax returns.
Anyways, so back to the little person. So again, if I take my sword away, are you gonna try to kill me?
No?
It doesn't
Now-
seem very sure of it, but.
Now
also
you
seems
see, the
kinda-
problem here is that's what someone who is trying to kill me would say.
I put my sword away.
So you basically, so you're asking me a question to which no matter what answer I give, you're still going to be angry about it? That's not a very good question. That's
What
just
are
a
you,
statement.
woman?
Sharkbait sniffs the now null portal.
It
Fine,
smells
you-
absolutely terrible.
So one way to
So-
find out, withdraw your weapon, or
Like Baby Claire, imagine the smell of burnt Doritos.
Ah, Sharkbait, don't do that.
Don't stick your nose in
What?
that.
Okay, I'm going to withdraw, but I'm not going to put my weapon away. I'm going to be a little smarter than Ezra.
I mean, to be fair, you can't really draw a greatsword on someone. It's not a weapon for a quick jab.
All you can really do is try to make it so it doesn't pierce their flesh.
I mean, most great swords don't really have. They do have like pointy, piercy bits, but it's not the main feature.
Yeah, it's not like the draw.
To be fair, half swording is a thing though, so they might, depending on.
Murder stroke.
To be honest,
Half swording
Since
is a
the
technique
portal
best
is-
reserved for armored opponents, since it allows you to use precision over strength.
Yeah, but
Oh,
the portal is
yeah,
a
yeah.
magical
All right, Claire, what were
Anyway,
we
so
saying?
let's move on before we just keep talking about what's going on.
Well, that's why I'm talking. Yeah, I'm looking at I'm looking at at the portal thing, and then looking at the gremlin things. Well, I don't see any reason to keep her here, or kill her, real, because the great power that she wanted is, well, looks like it's broke now, and then she wasn't gonna get it anyway.
Hey. That's
Yes.
Well, look at where it got you. I mean, but hey, think of this. And I am actually genuine about this. But think of this: if you did get the power, you may have tried to kill us, and you would have been the one who's dead on the floor in the other room.
No, you would have been the one who were dead on the floor because I would have had the power.
Well, except for the fact
Or-
that the thing.
Like it very much sounds like you had enough. It very much sounds like you had enough trouble without whoever was me had the power.
The funny thing is, the thing that was you didn't hurt us.
Now we're in a pissing match with the gremlin. Oh yes. I'm being kind of neutral on this because I kind of get what's going on, but I don't. Like I said, no real context. I'm not sure we can get.
Well,
I say we let her go.
if
I
only
don't think we let her go.
if only you had an alchemist or scientist who could give you some nice hypotheses and then answer none of them.
And then, yeah, give us a nice theorem and a possibility.
It's also possible you're all just fucking insane. I'm not gonna say which one of my theories is the correct one because I don't know. Well,
Also, I'm not going to say which one's correct because I have to go and get it peer reviewed for publication.
Oh my
yes.
God.
Well, I vote you just let this thing go because it doesn't seem to be willing to do us any harm.
I guess the question is, what she's gonna do now?
Before we let you go,
Oh,
instead, we try to figure out who told you to come down here and decide to siphon you as a magic thingamajigger, so we can stab them.
What?
Thank
I
you,
really hope
David.
you said thingamajig.
I did.
I
He
mean, I
doesn't
don't
know
know
magic.
anyone down here who could siphon anything from anyone.
Well, who told you to come here?
Excuse me. I get this name wrong from time to time. Wrong page. Lamashtu.
It's or no.
La mash.
Washtu?
Yeah.
Do I know? Doesn't any of us know that?
Knowledge religion might help you out.
I unfortunately do not have religion.
I have
I
a 0
have-
points on that.
I have local and nobility.
Well, if you don't know nothing
Forget
about the
you.
gods, then you don't know nothing about the gods.
Wait, so God told you to come here?
No, doesn't necessarily mean a god.
Definitely not from this world, though. If they can talk to someone in a hole and you haven't kicked their ass yet.
Maybe that's what's downstairs.
That
You mean a god?
dark,
Let's
no
not-
level up speed.
Let's not even think about doing that yet.
I don't know why I clicked that.
Your profession vermin catcher does in fact inform you of something regarding this. Because when you hunt vermin, sometimes you run into a certain type of vermin.
So am I gonna use my profession of vermin catcher to relocate this animal to a new environment?
Claire,
I didn't mean to click it.
I'm just gonna pick you up and throw you out the window.
I put her in like one of those cages and what we walk around outside. Like, come on, little fella.
So Claire, you whiny weenie. You do know that Lamashtu is some sort of demon god of beasts, but that's like the most your job has been adjacent to it.
I'm wagering Sharkbait whispers.
If he is a god of beasts, then would my knowledge of nature be
Nope.
able to tell me anything about him? Okay.
They're not that kind of nature god.
Alright.
They're more in the things. The rats are too big kind of beasts.
Ah, okay. So, unnatural kind of. The unnatural kind of nature that I don't understand.
God of beasts. Lamashtu.
basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I'm a ferret. Yeah. I really like the idea of shark bait just wiggling in place. This man-sized ferret just worming like a big old ball of yarn.
Also, isn't that some great information? I tell you guys like one line, and you're like, "Oh, so anything else?" Nope. That's all I got.
It's all
That's all I
my rat catcher ever picked up on in life.
It's like
Well,
a
I mean, I
TV
guess,
show.
Now little creature thing. As long as you promise not to kill anyone, we'll let you go.
Okay.
It seems like it would be a totally effective means of keeping it from murder.
Hey, you guys told me not to kill.
I mean, I didn't say not to. I just said, maybe we can get information. We brought him up, but I mean, like, I'm just gonna gauge, old.
I mean, I want to keep her with us. She looks kind of cool, honestly.
Well,
I
that's
want-
great and all. I'm just saying, we take her into town, they will lynch her so fast because they'll think she's like a goblin or something.
can I
She
use
looks
sense
nothing
motive
like
to
a
gauge-
goblin.
Can I use sense motive to gauge her, general?
I mean, I could. I'm pretty damn good
Answer.
at that.
Wait, she doesn't look like I'm an idiot.
She
Yeah.
looks like a mini death claw. I mean, come on.
Okay.
I was going with the old art where she looked like a cool goblin.
Seems honest enough.
That's good enough.
So hey, you want to come with us and do some cool shit?
Sounds dangerous.
Offer her power.
And fun, and possibly you'll find more power.
I don't know if I want power.
I see now. I'm starting to like her.
There's like, she like peers into the back room, sees the gore and blood.
The last time I wanted power, I ended up unconscious. And I
Yeah,
woke up
so-
surrounded by giants.
Okay, so what do you want?
I
woke up surrounded by giant jackasses.
feel like whatever
I mean-
motivated me before has kind of left my brain at some point.
Well,
I-
I mean, that's how I live. I just go places and do things.
It's called being mercurial, but that's not what I'm talking about.
That's a big word I don't know.
Good.
Mercurial.
Mercurial. he
Does
doesn't know what it
Quicksilvery
means.
make more sense then?
Sure, let's say it does. He says.
Hey, get it because Mercury. I like that Mercury is one of the few metals that is liquid at room temperature. That's a cool deet.
It is, and it's poisonous.
Give it a good old sip.
Left.
Oh yeah! There's one other thing about Mercury that I like. I think that it's one of the only fluids that has a certain kind of capillary function on the environment, like water, where it clings up instead of down. I will look that up because that's a cool detail I know.
Is it really the only liquid that does that?
Other than water, I think. Oh no! Wait.
That could be true.
No, wait. It has the other way around. It curls inward. Look at this coin that's floating on Mercury.
The NPCs are idly conversating. The Mercury is cool, I agree.
Well, Mercury has a
Well,
A high
big-
surface tension.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
It's very
Anyways.
anxious.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to convince her to come with us because I like her.
You went very
wanna
quickly
fly.
from wants to kill us to hey.
Hey, she doesn't seem like she's trying to kill us, and we killed the one that was trying, so whatever.
Yeah, the more I'm thinking about that, the more I'm curious.
Plus, catfolk, we move on quickly.
She thinks it's kind of dangerous. Additionally, since you tried to kill a version of her that's now dead, that makes it extra awkward.
Then we definitely
That-
didn't try.
Yeah, I agree with that part. It's like that must feel really weird.
Yeah, but I've killed things that look like people all over the place.
Before we move on, I think Claire should take a minute to appreciate this. But as we move on, you can try to convince them, but it's a difficult diplomacy check. You're trying to tell someone who you're basically the murderer of, hey, you want to come with us? We promise we won't kill you a second time. No one's ever killed twice.
No one's ever. And Talon's like, hey.
27.
Smacks her like
Hey, listen, the murderer may return to the scene of the crime, but they never murder the same person twice. Hey!
Hey, you know what? I can't commit murder 2 times.
Talon
That's
pops
double
his,
jeopardy.
Talon pops his
That ain't
collar
how
and
that
puts on
works.
some Sunglasses. Now he's all cool.
Props up my like true crime psychology year 1
You know-
textbook. Don't most murderers like to relive the crime over and over again? So the idea of killing the victim
Stabs.
more than once.
What if like a person is like murdered twice and they show up to court to testify for their own murder? And it's like, okay.
Now I have no idea what's going on.
You know what? In all of my years, I think
All my
I'm out
years
of
been
here.
On the bench.
I never thought I'd have to tell a murder victim that they're crock full of shit.
Twice. Once, maybe, but twice? That ain't right.
Yeah. All right. Well, you managed to convince them for now to at the very least tag along. They don't have anything better to do.
Well,
You
Come on,
present
new
them with the
friend.
heartwarming argument of maybe you'll find something you'll like to do, if only running away from danger.
Can we go
Hey,
back
I mean,
to the,
I travel the world. There's so many things to find in the world that are fun and exciting and not trying to murder you.
Can
Nice.
we go back to the map of this dungeon that we're in?
Why? What do you want to do in there?
Well, there was I think a hallway or two that we hadn't actually looked down.
Possibly. I wonder how the lighting engine's coming along, because they're making a new one. Curious.
ooh. Also, I want a refresher on something. When we killed the other one, what happened to it? Like, did it melt away?
It seemed to vanish completely.
Yeah.
I
vanished
forgot the
completely.
details on
Okay,
how it
so-
vanished, but it's gone now.
I think it
But,
vanished.
yeah, basically just like.
There was an angry gremlin here, but she's gone
I
now.
thought so.
Wait, okay, the one that we have here, does she have the same equipment we took off the other one?
Yes.
That's weird.
I have a theory, but it sounds very strange.
It's that she actually is a
I
twin.
think this whole thing is kind of strange, but yes, go ahead.
Not. I just had to point out to the party what I think. I'm not sure how it'll affect at this point. Well, she doesn't want for the. She was coming here for the power of wrath that she apparently doesn't want anymore because she, feels like she doesn't have it anymore. I actually have a theory that she did in fact gain the power she wanted, but instead of gaining it, it separated completely from her, becoming a fully dependent entity composed of wrath itself, her own wrath.
That would explain why she's very not wrathful or motivated.
I can think of. I mean, like, sure, but I think
It would
just be
explain-
easier- I think it'd just be easier to say that something took a shape that was her.
Yeah, but why? She's
don't know.
not some. She's
Kinda
not some.
cute.
Well, like I said, it's just a theory. It's just an odd one, at least.
Sexalicious.
Should I tie her up while we bring her up, or are you
No,
She's coming with
don't
us.
need- stop!
willingly.
I just slapped the rope out of your hands. Stop trying to tie. Please stop trying to tie her up.
I mean, it wouldn't use that much rope.
Okay, but no, she seems okay. Stop it.
Yeah, like I like how we have to keep putting the rope back into your bag. Like,
So, yeah,
oh my god.
we want to go back to town, maybe get some rest.
There was two things I wanted to check. There was the statue that held that book. I know we grabbed the spear, but we didn't grab the book. I want to
Yeah.
grab that. I want to grab that book.
Sure, you can stay back. Have fun with
So-
that low HP.
You should-
And there
you
was
should get
also a
some-
room full of rubble that we didn't actually look around in. We just saw that it was a room of rubble and didn't explore it.
We need to heal you too.
You mean the rubble that went down or the rubble that went up?
It is this area right here.
Could you ping that again? I didn't see it. Was it the one up here?
No.
This guy.
Oh yeah, that's just a storeroom with all the smashed containers and stuff.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I wanna see if we can get a crack at getting that book out of here. But
Book?
Alright.
What?
maybe one of the more healthy people could try to get it.
What kind of
Alright,
book do you
I'll
want to get out of here?
I'll support your endeavors. So
I'm supporting your life, but I mean,
Rude. All right, so you're just gonna leave the dungeon?
Well, like I said, I
Well,
want
after
to
they
grab
get
that.
the
I want to
book.
grab that book. But,
What book?
The
The
book that the
one
statue
that-
was holding
up here.
in this room right here.
Oh, the one that was floating in the room?
Huh?
The one that was floating in the meditation room?
No, this over here.
Sorry.
Held by
see
the
where
red
I'm pinging.
statue.
For some reason, my thing is it's being kind of weird. So, and I also can't see the whole map at once. Let me just zoom all the way out.
Because
Here's a big map.
Ping.
I grabbed the book that was in the
Yeah,
only
okay.
thing that I left alone in the floaty room was the corpse of the bird.
Okay, just where, book, why, how?
You said that the statue in this room that I am in
Mm-hmm.
had a spear and a book.
Yeah, a big marble book.
Okay, so the book is not. We can't remove the book.
You can try,
I mean,
but it doesn't seem to budge. Very easily,
Okay,
at least.
so that's all I wanted to check.
I'm pretty sure you asked that question earlier, but okay.
I'm gonna go home.
Yes, I
By
want
home,
to get
I
out of
mean,
here
just
and
today.
heal. I'm gonna go and have a
Wait.
long rock nap.
Ezra can go turn in the ears and try to negotiate for the money that we lost by me burning that one guy.
Also,
Wait,
the
What did you lost?
what about the
There's no
goblin
ears.
that didn't have ears but only feet? Where
Uh,
his
That
ears
were
Right.
ears. Well, and he was on fire.
and also in a hole with a corpse.
They
That
probably
was
would
on
have bought
fire.
jerky. They probably would have bought jerky.
well,
It's
those,
still on
that,
fire,
those
probably.
also
in a hole with a corpse.
don't.
That is
you
also
don't
still
wanna,
on fire.
yeah. Also, you don't want to go back into that room because that room has the dang
The
undead
zombies.
holes.
Yeah.
Do you want to like accidentally fall into those, or worse, come in there and it just happened they got out?
I just
Yeah.
said I want to go home and have a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm already
let's go.
leaving.
Yeah. And
Me and
before we get
Sharkbitter.
to the end, I'm gonna sell the 16 goblin ears that I have.
And I'm gonna watch Ezra to make sure she doesn't suddenly tie up the dang.
I'm taking Aurelium with me.
Yeah. Make sure she doesn't kidnap Aurelium for some reason.
I'm just gonna keep talking to her about many things because I'm a storyteller.
What the heck is a wren?
What?
A wren. Oh, it's a
How do
bird.
you spell it? Yeah, Ren is.
Yeah, it's a type of bird.
She has a little bird with her, by the way. As she leaves, a little bird comes to her and sits on her shoulder.
Can the bird sit on my shoulder? Wait, no, she's sitting. I have Aurelium. The bird is on Aurelium's shoulder. Okay. Or a Matryoshka doll of shoulder sitting.
Well,
Curious
heck. For the sake of camouflage, Aurelium can turn into a small centipede or a raven. Or turn invisible if you want.
Oh,
That'd
it's a
probably
raven.
help the villagers not fucking slaughter her.
So you got a
The
bird
raven
sitting on a
sounds
bird.
cool. A bird with a smaller bird on it, yes.
To be honest with your reputation in the village right now, I mean, especially our rich, like bro rich man, he'll think you're so much cooler now.
Yeah, and I'm already awesome.
I got
Oh, God,
I
my
caught two
raven's-
birds underground.
I got 2 birds underground, and they're my friends now. I'm a cat, my friends are birds. I'm friggin' amazing at this.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Just so cool.
I say, trying to hide the fact that I probably have a couple broken ribs.
All right, kids and cadets, you make it back to Sandpoint. There's really nothing in the way. Do you go out the smuggler's exit or do you go to the glassworks? Do you want to take a look
I
around
figured we
Junk
went through
Beach?
Also, I figured we went through the glassworks just to make sure.
All right. Well, the Mr. Rich Man has already left. Actually, I think didn't you take a nap before he went to the dungeon? Oh well. Either or, he's gone now. Probably nursing his wounds and mental stress at home. With some
After
very
the whole
expensive
almost being-
imported sake, probably.
After almost being, thrown into a glass furnace.
Yes.
Hey, I
By his own
fucking
son.
splashed water on him. He's fine.
I mean, you basically
know,
prevented the deaths of a whole family.
Yeah, we
That's
didn't
pretty
even
good.
kill the
That's
son.
actually-
Oh no, we didn't kill the son.
Nah,
No, yeah,
I almost did, but we kept him alive.
Yeah. So you basically prevented any of the 3 deaths that could or should have happened.
Wow, we're
We're
bad
good
at
at this.
You're very bad at this, yes. Want to see
I
my
like how we're
roll?
on the opposite ends. Like how Notorious and I are on the opposite ends. Talon's like, we're great at this. We're terrible at this.
So as you're back at the Rusty Dragon, Ameko will. By the way, did you take a nap after Glassworks? Because this is kind of important. Because you went to the Glassworks at midnight.
We took a short rest at the before we went into the basement.
Good, because
Yeah, we
otherwise it'd be
didn't
like
leave.
1 a.m. or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we took a nap.
didn't
We
leave. We just
rested.
took a bit to prepare ourselves.
Ameko, as you come back, does like complain that you insisted on saving her father.
Well,
Oh, what a bitch!
Well, I mean, her,
did,
her father is a dick.
Talon annoyedly. I did no such thing. I was busy trying to stab your brother.
Well, he'd had it coming.
He tried to punch.
As you can see,
it's
our
on my-
family apparently completely dissolves into madness whenever more than 2 of us are within a mile radius.
You're the one I like.
Or at least the male ones do.
yeah, it's not my hobby to just sort of let people get thrown into a furnace without context.
Yeah, we kind of figured to throw into the furnace part.
No,
I mean, I wasn't in that decision.
I think a heated argument would have helped him cool down afterwards, and then it would have been clear as glass.
It's like a Jerry Springer show.
Well, now, Ezra's gonna like mumble to herself. Hey, babe, see my rope? Not out loud.
I got a rope.
Guys, I bought rope and I need to use it.
All right, kids. After that,
Yeah, I'm back.
things
just
are bad
connect-
because the notes you
Oh,
found on that
bad.
guy, in case you forgot about the notes you found on Mr. Man,
Guys, I
Yeah.
missed like 10 seconds there. What happened?
not much,
Nothing happened. We just quipped.
about Ezra's rope.
We just quit.
Okay, good.
Now, in case you forgot, this whole thing is kind of a prelude to a bunch of stuff because you found some notes on a guy that said nasty things might be happening, and you need to decide where to go next.
Well,
Can
we'll discuss
I-
that in our room.
Can I go for a sleep and heal my?
Yes,
many...
you can take some time to rest up and recover and get some healing at the local church for some money.
Yeah, I do that.
Well, we just got a lot of money, so
Yeah, we have lots of money, and I want to sell the sellables.
I
No.
need to replace my gear anyway.
Whichever one of you has the highest int would probably remember the part where, in his little diary, where it was like when she offers Sandpoint to Lamashtu, which to Lamashtu's fires in specific. That doesn't sound like a good thing to happen to a city.
And that's where we heard the name Lamashu before. If anyone can beat an intelligence of +1, they would.
I have 14 of intelligence.
I like that your druid is the brains of the operation.
Hey,
Hey, Sharkbait, knows many things but won't tell me.
Sharkbait knows where the cookies are hidden. Man, I just have to pull up because I can't how good it is. The freaking Sharkbait biting the finger is just so good. It is so strong.
Oh darn, I didn't post the Sharkbait.
Just look at this. Look at this. Attack!
I mean, that's what she was doing yesterday. It was crazy. It was great.
Also, how much do I get for 16 gold linears?
Well, you get 5 a pop. Well,
Five.
5. Well, 5 for each one of a pair. He'll take both ears of the pair, but he only pays you for the one pair, so to speak. But he doesn't need a pair either. It's kind of like proof to me you killed a goblin. That's how it works.
Okay, so I get 40 silver. Or
Gold. He pays good. He runs a stable. He's well off. He's well to do. Like someone has to show up with the ears of the whole village for him to notice a dent in his and actually be like, I need to reconsider this before I go bankrupt.
Hello.
We can hear you.
We're talking about ears being sold.
Zyla.
Hello.
I blame you,
Is,
Claire.
Hearable.
I'm sorry. The Discord is being stupid. Discord likes to bully Zyla.
Actually, I like to imagine a shark bitch like biting on the internet cable and sucking out all the juice.
I like sometimes when my internet is being screwy, I turn and look at her and wonder if she's like draining the Wi-Fi energy.
With all that fur, she's like statically interfering.
I mean, she has a magnetic field.
Yeah, she has magnetic field.
Magnetic loot field. All right, well, you can go around town, spend your money a bit, maybe craft a thing or two, and figure out what your next plan is going to be. You've got goblin heroes to hunt.
Oh, isn't there like one left?
There's villages to go after. One hero left. No, you killed one hero. All the others are
Yeah,
alive.
Two.
No, there were like 5 in total, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the
there's double
heroes,
one.
we've killed a couple of them.
Which ones did you kill then? I remember that you killed
Killed Earman,
Corvus, yes.
and we killed the one in that cave who exploded.
Earman.
The
The
guy
one
who
that
had,
dropped into the
like,
pit
who
and then
had-
lit on fire.
the guy
That
who had-
wasn't one of the goblin heroes. That was just a mutant of some
Yeah,
kind.
that was a mutated one.
Oh, I thought that was one of the heroes.
I mean, he would have been a hero if he was above the ground and made a fame for himself, but he was just down there, so unfortunately, he did not get the reputation he needed to get a wanted poster. Poor guy. I shouldn't have been so shy about showing myself in public. I couldn't be famous.
He died the
Also,
way
how
he
much
lived.
money did we get from all that?
There's a loot sheet
Well,
somewhere.
I wanted to go and sell the spear, see how much we could get for that.
All right. I mentioned how much the spear was worth, and you have a loot sheet, and I'm going to pull that loot sheet up, and I'm going to see if the spear's in there, and
Yeah,
it
it's in the
probably
baby
isn't.
notes.
Baby notes for babies. It isn't in there. All right, I'll just...
Maybe no.
Let me just flick through the pages with my imaginary finger because this is a PDF. I'm not using... I like that I bought Rise of the Runelords, but I'm not using it because I don't like how Roll20 organizes at all. It doesn't have enough interconnectivity, which, considering I had a summer job once doing hyperlinking, I can tell you it's a useful thing to have. I just don't think it works very well for Roll20. It also is too segmented. Let's see. Catacombs of Wrath. It was, I think, in the Welcoming Chamber. That thing was worth 400 gold pieces if you sold it.
Alright, cool.
Because it was a work of
And
art.
The stuff that we got off of the. I was more asking for stuff that we got off the copy.
The copy. Oh yeah, the copy had an incredibly, madly expensive dagger. In case you
Yeah,
forgot.
that was what I was trying to remember.
Leon Pathfinder. I know that someone actually got her cold iron +1 dagger somewhere, like written
got it.
down
Oh,
how much it's worth. Okay, this one doesn't. Let me just,
I
I don't think the people who made that thing realized just how expensive that thing is. It comes out of nowhere. Let's go. Here we go. The item is worth 10,304 gold pieces. I calculated this, by the way, before I realized that someone else had already done it for me. You sell it for half.
right, so- okay, so that's like.
There's one slight problem.
5,000.
There is no one in Sandpoint who has that kind of money.
I was gonna say we could probably just trade it for the deed of the town.
We'll
Well,
just
wait.
hold
What
on to
about
that.
what about Bro Rich Man?
Bro Rich Man does not travel with thousands of gold pieces in his pocket.
We'll just hold on to it.
Actually,
Like Claire, when you become rich, you can travel with bags with dollar signs on them if you want to. But
out of
That
character
is
thing from
very well
all about the
advised.
deck. You know, you don't have to just get money for it. One of you could probably trade it for a super cool item that maybe someone has.
or like a service or something, like
Yeah.
free healing for forever from the local church or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm holding on to it until we figure out what we'd want it for.
Or maybe a merchant comes along and he's like, "I got this really cool thing." It's like, "Ooh."
So from the total loot we got, we would each get 200 gold. Okay.
Oh, actually, think I'm wrong here. Let's see. I think the purchase limit is what they can buy, and their purchase limit is apparently 7,000. So yes, they can buy the item.
Oh,
I guess the
Yeah,
Merchants
I-
Guild is well stocked. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances, no town this size actually has the 5,000 gold pieces to give you. They have the value though, so it's like you trade it in for store credit to an extent. They can give you up to 2,000 in like 200 platinum pieces.
we're in GameStop now.
Yeah. Well, they are giving you the value of the product in full. They just
my
can't
God,
give you
man,
all
I
the money
just
at
gave
once.
I gave all my money to shark bait. I was like, why do I have $0? Oh wait, shark bait has all
Don't
my
give
money.
your money to Sharkbait. Sharkbait takes your money.
So yes, they can give you store credit, and since it's a merchant union, they can probably pull some strings around town to make it happen.
Okay, I got to ask the DM then, since we have a couple days.
Yes.
I want to use wondrous item crafting.
What do you want to make?
Okay, I want to make a belt for shark that makes her better at grappling. So I'm guessing like maybe plus strength or plus. What does her grapple work off of again? Like, I need to look.
Grappling usually works off strength, yes, which would be the belt of giant strength.
Okay, could I? Okay, I have 330 gold pieces, and it has to be like half the items. I have to get materials that are half the items value.
I'm gonna actually look up and see if there is a magic item for this. So I'm gonna teach you something, Claire. If you go to that SRD website and you type something in, you can select under categories. So you can be like, I want magic items that have the word grapple in it.
Okay, it doesn't have to be specifically like plus strength belt, like something simple that I can afford right now to do enhanced.
Oh, didn't mean to close that. Well. I guess the belt of strength would work.
Yeah, it doesn't because I'm guessing the belt of giant strength would probably be like way too expensive for me right now.
Whoa! I think I found what you want. Brawling. Oh, the wearer of brawling armor gains a +2 bonus to unarmed attack and damage rolls, including combat maneuver checks made to grapple. Is that what you were hoping to get?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking it was gonna be armor, but like a belt, but something simple on her. But yeah, it's not. I mean, armor on her would probably be.
The downside of getting this, though,
Oh,
is it's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's only so much you could really do.
That's why I was talking about just doing the belt. It's like.
Okay, well, all right. The belt is 2,000.
Ow.
Well, it was 4,000 if you buy it.
Okay, so yeah.
So you're getting it half off.
Dang,
There's one slight problem, baby Claire.
yes.
Do you have the spell Bull Strength?
The spell what?
The spell Bull's Strength. Do you know it?
No.
I do.
You can only make an item. with the
No.
spell.
You don't need the spell. You can forgo it for an increase in the DC. Do you have craft wondrous item?
I do have. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The.
Okay, baby Claire.
thingy.
You need to roll me some spellcraft then. It takes you 2 days to make this item, but the DC is, I think, 14 because it's like 1 plus caster level plus 5 for every one you're missing.
Okay.
If you flub it, that's not fun.
You know what? This is important for later on. So I am going to use a Baby Claire Mega Point.
I think if you use a Baby Claire Mega Point, you can't fail this either. Oh, actually, it's 5 plus the cast level of the item, so it's 5 plus 8 is 13 is 18. So go ahead.
Oh my god! Shoot me in the brain. Oh wait, that plus the superhero point.
Okay, so that's without the super point. With the super point, you manage to make a belt of strength. After 2 days of time, during which everyone else is doing something else, I presume.
I wanted to. I don't think this is an actual thing, but I wanted to see if there's some sort of way I can increase the bite strength of my wolf. Like, give him some like +2 grills of biting or something.
So there is
I
something
don't think
for
it's an
this.
actual thing, but that would be cool.
I think if I could, Amulet of Mighty Fists is what you're looking for. There's a thing called the Amulet of Mighty Fists. It provides a direct enhancement bonus to Chompy Chomps, to unarmed attacks and natural weapons.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Indeed. So that would, you can buy it for 4,000, or you can make it for 2,000, but you'd have to make a roll. The roll in this case would be 20, unless you have Craft Wondrous Item or Greater Magic Fang.
No, I have neither of those.
Yeah,
Well,
then it's a DC 20 if you want to try.
I will keep that in mind for the purchase of things when I have the money.
A longbow from the dead thing. What a great descriptor.
That
It was a
ever
magic crossbow from one of the zombies.
The zombies had a magic crossbow. That
At least
It's-
masterwork.
I thought it was Aurelium. who
wasn't
had
that
it,
the goblin who had it? He just melted into the place where the zombie was.
No,
Oh,
he had the
wait.
axes that I took.
Right.
Weird.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well. Enjoy
Wait.
yourself.
So, Staff, really quick. How much? Where is it? How much money did I spend on making the magic belt? Get the materials.
2,000. These
Oh
are
crap!
what?
I don't got enough money. I thought the giant strength belt was 2,000.
It is 2,000 for the +2 version.
Oh, how much is a +1 version?
There is no +1 version. This is +2 to your strength. You need +2 to get a modifier change.
Oh, that's right. Okay, well, I cannot make a magic belt for Sharkbait then. God dang it.
Sharkbait bites you for being so
I'm
stupid.
confusing myself.
Refund yourself that
Hey,
hero
yeah.
point.
On my hero point. I take back my special Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonist point.
All right. What does everyone else do? As you think about what to do.
My main thing is I have to go and replace some of the chemical things I was using. I was going to pick up a couple other ones that I decided on.
Nice.
Because I was looking over the SRD.
I'm gonna go to the
Nice.
local church, get him to rub all over my rock stuff to heal me.
That also was
I
a plan.
assume that's what they do to heal you, is just kind of touch on your junk, because they are the church. Other than that, we sell our sellables. I don't know if we actually want to sell that dagger yet, because
We're currently holding it.
yeah,
Also, I'm taking the entire time to hang out with Beryllium. Whenever I can, at least.
Peck.
You ever think about being a spotter, Aurelium? Huh?
nothing. Even though I am absolutely looking into guns.
Good luck.
Oh
All right.
my God.
Well, you're gonna have to go someplace, sometime.
Yes, of course.
Preferably sooner rather than later, considering someone may or may not be planning to torch the whole town.
Okay, let's look over the notes, see if Beryllium knows anything. Since she
So what you-
mentioned the same god.
So what you could do, well, for one, yes, but secondly, well, she doesn't worship Lamashtu anymore. Doesn't know, just doesn't feel it anymore. Your options that I know of, that I personally have prescribed, that you're free to defy as you see fit, are that you could hunt some goblin heroes for the money and for the experience, or, there's a location mentioned in the notes. That's a hint.
Yeah, so let's look it over. And by we, I mean you guys who are smarter about this, because say my thing.
well, I do need some money.
You made
Money
more
is
money
good.
than us by selling the spear.
The money
Wants
gets
more
divided
money.
I just need to. I want to get money, like extra money, to buy this amulet for Tyr, so that he can do some actual damage.
Okay, so where do we have to go?
Well, I say we go after one of the goblin heroes,
Yeah, one of the goblin heroes.
because
Right.
there's a bounty on them.
Well, which one sounds exciting? Let's see. 5 major goblin tribes in the region. That's something else. The Goblin Heroes. Let's see. You killed Corvus. There is Big Gutmutt, an unusually muscular and tall goblin from Mosswood. Had a hobgoblin for a mother and a wild boar for a father. There's Vorka, a notorious goblin cannibal who lives in the Brine Stump Marsh. A hero to any goblin other than the ones who live there, the Licto tribe. Rendwaddle Gutwad is an
sounds better just leave me alone.
Rendwaddle Gutwad is an obese chieftain of the Brine Stump Goblins, a corpulent monster who says to never leave his throne. Rip Nugget is the leader of the Thistletop Goblins. There's also Thosmus, an infamous bugbear ranger who the lady that put down all these wanted posters was like, I had a scrap with him recently and he hurt me. Ow. Apparently, he lives in the northern Middlewood.
He's a bugbear.
Yeah, they are technically goblinoids, if I'm correct.
Is that new? I don't remember them being goblinoids before.
Bug boar. Oh no, I need to look up Mr. Bruh.
I would could go to
Yep.
marshes though for the it's not the bird stompers, it's the
The bird crunchers?
I forgot.
So the bird crunchers
So,
live in the Devil's Platter.
So
I'm thinking of the ones in the marshes swamp.
Licktoad Swamp. The Licktoad
Yeah,
goblins from
Licktoad.
Brinestump Marsh.
So while going over the names of all of them, Talon, upon hearing Rip Nugget, just snaps his fingers and goes, that one.
Rip Nugget lives in Thistletop.
I like the name. I want to kill that one.
I want it.
Let me take it to the
That one sounds like the most exciting.
well,
Milky.
Nugget. Thistletop's all the way over here, kids.
So we might kill a few of them on the way.
I'm actually now reading, by the way, on Wondrous Item Crafting.
It's like a couple of hours from where you are right now. And you got horses, so nice. Let's see, are there anyone that actually would be in the way? Brinestump, Corvus, who used to be in Shaxwood, I think, as part of the Seven Tooth.
He dead now.
Yeah, and then there's Big Gutma, which is in Mosswood, which is to the south. So you wouldn't encounter any of the goblin heroes on the way to this guy.
We'll get him on the way back.
Sexy.
We'll see if we're going to die fighting the first one. And then
His
we can-
name's Rip Nugget. You know how excited this makes me? I'm gonna kill that.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to get into the way of your dreams.
Hey, I mean, just saying, everyone, if you all pull in and give me 400 gold pieces, because I'm a poor person, I can make a token with Wondrous Item that if I throw it on the ground, it sprouts a big old tree.
Also, in the baby notes, Zai did put down that there was a masterwork longbow.
Yeah, I put down the stuff we picked up in the baby notes. I was being
Ah,
smart
yes, the
once.
tree token.
Then
Yeah,
just,
there
I'm
was
looking
the
over the
valuable ship mini dagger, the tiara, the masterwork longbow.
I mean, if you
Were
try
you
to make it
right?
yourself, Claire, it's 200. So
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't want to. Well, I don't want to make it now. I have like 300 gold because I'm super
Well,
poor.
How much money
We
do you
didn't.
need to make your
I
thing?
made 200.
Well, I'm not gonna make it because I have no clue what I would use it for.
So
anyway.
how about you guys handle the paperwork of buying stuff later, which is usually how you're supposed to handle the stuff.
Yeah, how about we just go and do stuff and say you talk about making your stuff you're not gonna make there.
Like if you're just gonna penny pinch,
True.
you penny pinch in the off session hours. I'm fine with you shopping on the game hours, but not penny pinching.
I'm being stupid. I got distracted by Wondrous Items. Anyway, let's go. I apologize.
Got distracted by the opportunity of making trees.
Yeah, basically. We're traveling up.
For every 400 gold you donate to Team Trees, they'll make a feather token tree.
It's actually super annoying to travel. But I'm just like, I had this new book.
Okay, can we go?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go.
Nettlewood.
Nettlewood.
Through
Over the mountains and
Past
through the woods.
Ravenroof.
To
Murder
grandmother's
Church
house
Road.
we go. Let's see if there's any tables I should know of regarding travel through this place. Let's see. Wandering encounters. Well, let's take a look, see what the dice have to say. You make it quite a way with no impediment.
Yeah.
Passing past Pauper's graves. What the hell is a carrion storm? That sounds nasty.
Carrion would be well, carrion is dead stuff that
It's a swarm of
things like-
undead crows and ravens. Apparently those live in this area.
At least it's a
Nice.
nicer place. It's
Ah,
not nicer sound place than Tickwood.
Technically, I don't think a carrion swarm lives.
As you arrive near the borders of Nettlewood, you have to decide for yourself. How do you want to go there? Do you want to go past the high cliff face coast? Or do you want to see if you can brave the forest?
Well, I mean, the coast sounds like the safest option, and it has the ocean that I like.
The briny blue.
What do you guys think?
But I like forests. As a
Roger,
druid,
sir.
my vote is in the forest.
I would wager yes. I mean, it's a good place to hide.
Goes both ways.
True. Discord is not like it's out tonight.
Say we try cutting through the forest till we get to the coast, and then go along the coast.
I mean, you can just start at the coast, really. Taking a little
Like we go
detour.
like here, and then here.
Yeah.
Okay, so broke up there for a bit. What happened? What did we say? I had
Uh,
to yell, and then that was it.
Well-
I gave my vote for through the forest.
Craig and Eleanor both said forest.
Okay,
But-
forest it is. Let's go forest.
All right,
I agree with
onward.
this man.
Over the mountains and through the woods. To grandmother's house we go. What an uneventful journey it is to Thistletop. Pushing through.
Like, are we just trying to find a goblin camp?
Yeah, but you know that the Thistletop goblins live inside Thistletop, which is this big head thing that they carved out. We got Tyr, we got Craig, we got Bait, we got Talon, we got Ezra. The gang's all here. Over the forest and through the mountains.
Oh, there we are at the very bottom.
Boing.
It's been my
Boing.
storm.
Hell yeah, Claire. Ba
no.
up up.
Welcome back, Zala.
Let's see.
Really enough, my net's acting up too. Weird.
Let me actually pull up some cool art to give you some context as to what exactly Thistletop looks like, because it's kind of important, and they removed this art from the new version for some reason.
No.
Presumably they
Well, it
didn't
turns
find
out they do that a lot, apparently. which
Apparently
is
they didn't
stupid.
find this incredibly evocative art of... Because the part that gets me is it actually looks like a head. It's the only art that makes clear that it looks like a head and that there's actually a building on top.
Oh,
Anyway, here's some beautiful art for you to gawk over. Look at that.
Oh.
They're fighting. Them's fighting words.
And it
I-
is a head.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, let's see. You enter the area around Thistletop. There's lots of briars and thistles in Nettlewood. As you travel through it, you become quite aware of why the goblins were able to survive here so unbothered for so long. It's not like you could just walk over to them and just pester them for a while until they stop. You can still hear the shores that are nearby, but you can't see the coast in any way, shape, or form. It's a thick, thick forest. Luckily, you have with you a fine nerd, aka druid, who can point out that this set of thistles over here actually moves aside, being a bundle. So the way they did this is quite clever. They took two shrubs, tied up some thistles, put the thistles in between so that it looks like a natural growth, but it's actually just a big ball of hay you could push aside if necessary.
Hey, look, I can push this aside.
Exactly.
Please push it aside.
Good.
Also, you're a rock, so thistles shouldn't bother you at all.
Seems
Exactly.
necessary.
I'm gonna journey through the forest. with
Unfortunately, the
a
part of the thistles that moves is like at the bottom section, and it's like sized for goblins, so you all have to roll across the ground to make it in.
I just walk through because
I
I'm rock.
power slide through.
shark bait ferret slides through.
And then stops halfway in.
As you enter deeper into the forest, your ears are graced and touched and stroked by the beautiful sounds of goblin singing.
Boy.
My ears are now on fire.
Let's see.
Over the
Can I
forest.
use my? Hold on. Where?
Can you use your what?
I am looking for any like goblin tracks or anything like that.
Roll me some survival. As you lean in nice and close. What kind of tracks do you want? Because there's lots of them, and they're going every which way. What do you want to follow?
Okay, well, if they're going every which way and they're kind of obvious, then any that are bigger than normal.
Like you're probably in that case, yes, I will tell you that there are a couple that are bigger than normal, and a couple that are like dressed in shoes.
Goblins don't wear shoes.
Generally, they don't wear person-sized shoes. No.
Are they person-sized feet? Or
They are
big-
person-sized feet, like your feet.
But are they like big goblin feet, or are they actual people feet?
Definitely people feet, judging by the depth and size.
Okay, so, and they head which direction?
Which direction would they head? East.
East. Okay, so I point.
They're heading
this
along
out
the
to-
dirt trail, actually.
All right. Well, I point this out to the group and say,
Alright.
"Hey, there's people feet in here. They're probably
Well, let's
attacking."
go follow those ones then.
Don't know why you're so obsessed with these feet.
That sounds like the place we want to go.
I
Well,
mean,
Normally
a
attacking
hobgoblin ain't much of a people, but I mean,
goblins is probably an
Well,
opposite.
we're tracking a goblin who's apparently bigger than regular goblins. Maybe these are his feet.
But these are people feet. These are obviously people feet.
Oh.
Like people feet.
Ah, wait. There's a number here that might mean something. Let's take a look at this. Oh, there's a hole in the ground here. Right over there. And from this hole, by the way, you're not just traveling through the woods. You're traveling through like specially made tunnels and networks,
Okay.
which are the finest goblin craftsmanship. From this hole in the ground, you hear some weird roaring sounds, as well as the sloshing waves below. It is only through a crack in the trees that you even notice this hole.
Okay, well, there's that, and then there's... I think my doggo has probably noticed several goblin-type animals up ahead, which he'd probably be growling at.
It's an excellent way to portray your position, yes.
So he's stealthy.
Would you like to roll me some initiative?
Zyla back yet?
I'm back.
Is Zyla interested in fighting some goblin dogs near a growling hole in the
Got
ground?
knocked. Wait, they're in a hole in
Wait.
the ground?
Well, we're near a hole in the ground. There's goblin dogs to the north of us.
Okay, they're not in the hole though.
No, the hole seems to contain something else, and the ocean.
The ocean is a big thing to hold. That's impressive.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna roll into that.
Escalation die set to 0. Monster, show me the goods.
for me, potato salad.
Okay. Me.
Wow, we all rolled pretty low.
I get a +2 to my initiative.
Then change it as you must.
Click.
Or add a modifier that's appropriate.
Washbuckler initiative.
Eleanor Streeth.
I actually have an 8. No wait, what? Yeah, I have an 8. So I can actually just go and add that.
Eleanor. You're the
Yes.
first to go for some reason.
Yeah, I somehow rolled better.
As the dog growls, and the growls reciprocate it. What do you and Sharkbado do?
All right. Well, I okay. So the dogs are over here.
Yeah, they're over there somewhere. That's what Tyr is growling towards.
All right.
Take an action to move.
Sharkbait bolts in. Can you make it over there? She's high speed.
Yep. Go ahead.
And yeah, she's just going for it. She's gonna rush in and she's gonna chomp the first goblin she sees.
The first goblin dog that gets within her bite, she's like, hop.
Okay, that is an amazing roll. So this is how we're starting.
The creature's flat-footed, but
That's
its
what-
natural height protects it. We'll get to that. The goblin dog will reciprocate being attacked with a bite of its own. Wow, it Takes a big old bite out of bait. Please roll me a DC 12 to avoid getting an allergic reaction. Shark bait. Unless shark bait has immunity to disease.
Actually, wait.
She very well might.
Well, let me roll anyway, but let me look it up because I know she has.
Ooh, a nat 20.
Yeah, she has a
I guess
fortitude
it
save, Claire.
Oh, why? Yeah, why did I don't know why I did that.
It's because
I
I'm
just
gonna
wasted a
bonk
good
you on the
roll.
head.
Oh, you just okay. You roll. Oh, hey, it's a 19 anyway.
All right.
Yeah, she has a She does have a bonus against.
Yeah, +4 against disease.
Ezra, you watch a shark bait dives in, which unfortunately means that the dog will all dive on shark bait.
Well, I run in to Sharkbait's side using 2 actions because
You've got
I got
legs.
one more. I got one more.
If you run that fast, the dog will try to nip at your ankles. Or whoop its
Probably.
little slashy tail at you. Like you're quite moving past you're moving past it, so you trigger attack of opportunity if you do so.
You might want to just come in
You
behind
can just
it or
stop
something.
here, really.
Yeah.
So what do you do, Ezra? You have an action left.
The
The dog bites you.
Oh, wait, I'm still in its range though.
Yeah, it has a 5-foot range, and if you move in any space, out of any space within its range, then you trigger attack of opportunity. Those are 5e rules.
Over here.
Well, I mean, it still doesn't hit, so I'm fine.
Would you like to chop it in two with your big sword?
Yep. I won't though.
What's your... Oh.
No, that won't.
The dogs see that more people are rushing in. And so they will come rushing in. First, at sharkbait. The dice don't like sharkbait today.
Oh my freaking god!
Jesus.
This one
What's your
storms
AC?
at the large, noisy metal man. Kitty cat.
All right, 1 second.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there.
Sharkbait needs to roll another fort save, by the way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Do they? Actually, let's see if this has like the...
6, 7, 8. Which is actually
Wow,
within
okay.
my movement range.
Sharkbait now has an allergic reaction.
At
Am I
you.
still here?
Bleh!
Bleh.
Let me just add that debuff.
Also, the kitty is right under me.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you were right there.
Yeah.
It didn't show you there when I was moving.
Where?
Okay, so I'll move right here. And I'ma shank this fucker. Good hit. Low damage.
I know that this works, but...
Another good hit.
Technically, I'm flanking.
No, I'll just type it in like this then. Alright. You shank the dog from many directions. That last hit already took it out, but you just had to add more.
Oh, I didn't know it was dead because you were busy.
Now it's time to take care of the fact that sharkbait's having an allergic reaction. Craig.
I am going to touch my dog with acid jaws, or sorry, acid maw.
Nice.
And the dog is going to rush in over to here and have a chompy chomp on that one there.
No! Puppers! Puppers!
Wait.
The pupper says, ow. Can you roll me a fort save?
I roll you a fort save?
Yeah. Roll one
Oh.
for me, because your dog just touched another goblin dog. Your dog avoids a allergic reaction.
Very close.
I trip him.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead, roll me to CMB.
Where is CMB? Oh, there it is.
Nope. Goblin dog sees dog. They've been trained to hate dogs. Escalation 9 increases. Can anyone actually see? Yeah, sharkbait is aware of this creature. In the distance,
Wait,
you hear.
Sharkbait can see something in the distance? That's new.
I know, right? Someone screeches in the distance. Oh, get him, get him, get him! And then you see. Okay, let me just show you the picture because it's kind of cool. That panther thing comes rushing out of the thistles towards you.
But it's so cool.
Oh my god.
With 50 foot of movement speed, it charges straight at sharkbait, the only thing it can see.
Yes, of
What about me?
course.
Oh, excuse me, this thing is still on GM mode. Let me just take care of that. I hate it that it's all in GM mode. Jesus Christ, this is Pathfinder. Slashy, 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 slashy.
Sharkbait. Awesome, yeah. It rolls a 55. Yeah, so
I'll
take
protect
6
the
damage.
buoyancy talent because of this little outcome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 1 hits.
Well, nice then. How
This is why
lovely.
you don't run directly into combat.
Wait, what?
Isn't that
Oh,
exactly
wait.
what we always do?
You know,
but
there's a huge advantage to enemies that are stupid enough to come running at you to stay still, to conserve your actions and set up a defensive line.
Would the attack be close enough for my bodyguard, or is this?
Let's see. I think bodyguard is the target. Oh yeah, the allies adjacent. You can help sharkbait, but it doesn't help because 8 and others only +2, and I don't think that helps against a 25.
Fair enough.
Anyway, you come face to face with this aggressive animal that looks a bit more dangerous than the dogs. Eleanor, you can't see anything. You just hear sharkbait cursing in your head.
Yeah, Sharkbait's really upset that I sent her forward. Anyway, so I move forward. Do I have a good angle to shoot this thing? This is within 30 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm always bad with direct.
How about you do it
tiles.
you can also do it the 4E way, which while people complain about it, calling it spaces tends to be a bit easier when you're using a grid. 6 spaces.
No, so I'm gonna aim my crossbow and using my, point blank thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna fire my crossbow at him.
Cool. Fire at will.
critical.
Oh,
Digging it.
That-
Dang.
Its armor class is unfortunately too big for that critical to confirm, but
Aw.
you still land a solid revenge blow.
and gonna use my spell rejuvenate Eidolon.
You have spent 1 action to move, 1 action to shoot. You have no actions left. To cast spells, you need 2 for that.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna use my last action to have Sharkbait bite.
You don't have to command Sharkbait. Sharkbait just acts. They're intelligent.
Yeah, she's
Right.
independent of you.
You're not like your druid buddy.
Okay,
Yeah, subservient to mine.
she chomps this one. This dog
Nice.
here.
She's
Oh,
already
well,
having an
actually,
allergic reaction.
boys.
Can't get any worse.
Yours is.
Well, I mean,
Just do it already, Cleric. Sharkbait's got 3 actions to attack with. I think that's a hit. The dog goes, ah, wow, wow.
and oh my god.
No. Also, because this is annoying the piss out of me,
That's all I got.
I'm going to add a damage type to this. I don't like seeing just damage numbers. It makes me go wiggly wiggle. The person who was ordering that doggo around is like snickering. And comes running up towards all you. Let's see, how far can this guy go? Oh, he's 30 feet. He's a slippery boy. That's the first 30 feet. He kind of slinks into the how far can he slink into the thing? Let's see. Oh, he can sit over there. You can sit nice and cozy. He sits in the thistles with a big old grin on his face. He has a fire sword in one hand and a big grin in the other.
Oh, I am taking that shit.
Just for context, I'm talking this kind of fire sword. This is like an actual sword of fire that you probably can't loot.
I'm gonna take his arm.
What a great idea. Dog would like this dog to stop existing. And just starts laying into him. So none of those hit. Because I don't think your AC is less than 10. Let's just flip a coin and see if it's going to go for shark bait. It's gonna go for shark bait.
Yeah, of course.
Because shark bait
Alright,
crits
that's-
at.
Okay, but didn't confirm.
Shark bait
it
still
doesn't-
vanishes.
Yeah, so Shark Bait vanishes because awesome
Wait.
rolls.
What's
Yeah.
shark bait's AC?
A critical
Critic
always
not
hits.
Auto hit.
A critical threat always hits at least. So yeah, still 6 damage and shark bait has 3 left. So shark bait poofs out of existence.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Yeah, great.
Luckily, shark bait doesn't die. They just go away in anger.
She has the same expression.
And this is how that goblin
Your
looks as
move.
he defeats one of the creatures. Nya!
I'm shooting that in the face.
Go ahead. Ezra, there's lots of dogs here, and the numbers are no longer all that in your favor.
I'm gonna take the spot where shark bait was, and now I'm
Take a
gonna
step.
avenge.
Take a step, and you go for the puppo. There is no more puppo. Or actually, there's 2 where there was once one.
And then I will take my second attack on this one.
Show me the
Bah, bah,
goods.
bah.
That still hits, despite everything. So that's another straight down to 0.
It's like, I shall avenge you, shark bait.
We don't know you come back.
I'm kind of. I look. As just like you must be devastated, Eleanor. I look kind of blasé and more annoyed, if anything.
Kitty cat, you're next to a hyper-aggressive and rather agile kitty cat. Which is to say it has 20 dex.
All right, it is quite agile. It's a cousin of mine. I don't quite like it though. So, first, I'm gonna do something I picked up on the way here. I'm gonna stab at it. That's
Rude.
my first thing. That's my new thing. Get to my rapier. Bam!
Twang. You hit it.
Wow.
And I probably don't hit that one.
No, you don't. That's 13,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
From the bandolier of crap I carry around with me because that's the thing I do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. I add +3 to the damage from my first one because I have a panache point.
Nice.
Precise strike is used on all my attacks as long as I have one.
Go ahead.
And at its feet, I'm gonna throw. Where's the name of it? Make sure I actually put it in the sheet so I don't say something I didn't bring with me. Okay, I'm just gonna throw an alchemist fire at its feet.
Okay. Like,
Oh, it doesn't
actually
matter.
at its feet, or?
Well, in the square it's in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just have to throw it in the square. So
Oh. I mean, if you throw it at his feet, he only gets hit by splash. If you want to hit him directly, that's something else.
I'm just
Also,
gonna throw it.
As a quick footnote, you and Ezra are both in splash radius,
Oh, okay.
as is a large portion of the forest.
And well, I mean, forest part's fun, but okay, then I'll just prepare for defense.
Okay.
Save my last action.
Craig from the creek.
Okay. I am going to come up here and cast Flaming Sphere.
With someone in front of you.
Flaming Sphere. Well, I was going to cast it at the goblin over here. How high is the stuff next to us?
Oh, these are like way up trees. There's lots of dry shrubbery around as well, like specifically used briars to create a maze of sorts.
Okay, the way Flaming Sphere works,
Yes.
does I cast it from my hand and it goes out, or can I cast it on a space?
Flaming sphere, how do you work?
The way it looks like it works is I can cast it on a space within 100.
Yeah, you can cast it anywhere you like. It just appears there.
All right, well, I'm going to burn a kitty cat.
You know
Excellent.
Not
Chooses me.
our cat, a panther.
Now which cat am I gonna kill?
I know someone who had a really good flaming sphere graphic. See if I can find one. Fire sphere, flaming sphere. Here we go. This is a flaming sphere. I'm going to give you control of it.
Sweet. All right, well,
Put it where you like. Make it hit people who you like.
I have no.
Yours is There's a sun right next to me all of a sudden.
I have no control over flaming sphere.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. As part of movement, it's gonna say, okay. Okay. Unlike in 5e, it doesn't actually burn everyone around it. That's nice.
No, just face it's on.
Okay. So it goes for the kitty cat. Okay, the kitty cat gets to make a reflex check as a ball of fire tries to go where it is.
Just inhabit the same space.
Yep. Yeah, you can move it. Move where you like.
I am attempting to, and it's not letting me.
All right, Flaming Sphere. Did you listen to my command, or did I just not click OK? Oh, I see. No, it's not on the GM layer. That's not the problem. Okay, can you do it now?
I like that there's actually a flaming sphere there. That's really cool.
It is wicked awesome.
Can anyone else control the Flaming Sphere?
I
Let's
just
see.
tried and could not.
Yeah, it's I can't
Could you
touch
just
it.
put it on the cat?
Give me a moment. I think something may have happened that I hate.
Stick it on the animal. In fact, just say the animal is consumed by the sphere of flame.
Well, the interesting thing is that it's just a flaming ball of some spongy material, so the actual like hitting it wouldn't do anything, but the fire is bad.
It ends up, as Notorious has adequately taught us today, fire is bad.
Fire bad, fire bad, fire bad.
Today's
Also
life
bad,
lesson
getting bitten by shark
has been
bait.
brought to you by a large wolf playing a rock.
Okay, excuse me. I had to basically reboot everything because lately Roll20 has been doing this ridiculous thing where it just likes to say no to everything I do. Yeah, whenever I put down custom tokens, it just completely seems to crash. All right.
No.
Nodo, can you now control the token?
I can. Now it is on a cat.
Now a cat's getting burnt. Now I have to open all these sheets all over again. Oh, great.
Our weather's getting annoying.
I think the enhancements feat didn't load, which is not good because I need that for the search function.
Yeah, that broke on me too. Or well,
Oh, no, there it
medium
is.
broke on me. Compendium.
We got Tangletooth. Tangletooth, roll me a reflex save against this. It's a agile kitty, but not agile enough. It gets burnt. Roll me 3d6.
3d6.
I like this
Oh,
guy's called
dang.
Gogmort. What kind of name is Gogmort? Who named you? Your mom? Hey.
Friggin' burned like your cat.
The cat is looking nice and crispy.
Probably nice and angry.
This dog is dead.
Well, it's still Tyr's turn.
Yeah, go ahead. What does Tyr do?
You're going to move over here, which would probably cause a attack of opportunity on him.
Definitely. The dog will try to, like, bite onto his tail.
Yeah, and he's going to chomp on a kitty cat as well.
But, I mean, you could just move over here without provoking. Actually, you could just take a step in that case and they wouldn't be. Okay, go ahead. Just roll me an attack. As your dog goes in for the kill.
Bite.
Kitty cat's too fast.
Even though he's on fire.
That makes him faster.
Tangletooth is going to jump off to the side.
It's the thing in the way for my attack of opportunity? Or?
It did a 5-foot step.
Uh,
Generally, if something moves 5 feet, it's taking a step. Consider that's a nice shorthand. Wonk. What's it going to do? It's just going to attack randomly. Probably the kitty cat who stabbed it. It doesn't quite know how spells work. Wow! I think that's all
Okay,
19s.
Let's see if I can outdo that on the first one.
All 19s and all 5s, too.
Good
I'm rolling
rolls
down.
today.
Haha, I countered the second one.
Okay. Can you do that multiple times per turn? Or per...
I can
per...
do it with as many panache points as I have per attack.
How many panache points do you start out with over there? I think it's like your charisma modifier, right?
Yep, 5.
How much do you have left then by this point? Like 2?
3.
Didn't
I
you
haven't
spend one
used
on
it
that
yet.
other thing? On that precise strike thing? That doesn't cost
Nope,
anything.
that's passive. I can increase it by spending one, but as long as I possess one, I gain my bonus.
So I thought it was a crazy 1v1 thing.
Precise strike. At
But
third level, as long as she has at least one panache point, a swashbuckler gains the ability to strike precisely with a light or one-handed piercing melee weapon, adding her swashbuckler
Okay,
level
okay.
to the damage dealt.
Okie dokie.
If I spend one, I double it.
I have a serious problem with your class, considering it's like, oh, if you just have something, you get all the stuff, but what do you spend it on? Nothing.
Oh, you spend it on a lot. There's only a couple that it's if you have it.
You say that at the same time. All right, you counter one of them, but you still get hit twice, and then it dies.
I still take some damage. Oh, I kill it.
Bleh.
Awesome.
Awesome
So
possum.
that actually hurt a bit.
Eleanor.
Right. Okay. So I'm annoyed. Oh, okay. And then my token just went insane for a second. I step here. Look at him.
Why are you stepping, Claire? It's dead.
No, it's this guy.
Grabbed it.
You
I'm
see
across the
Gogmort
spell, you know.
and his flaming sword. He looks at you and says that
And,
killing his
fire.
dog was your biggest mistake.
Oh my
High roll,
god,
1
that
damage.
damage! What I love the rolls so much today for me right now.
I can't believe he would shoot at me. Gogmort!
Oh my god, he's
Uh,
walking now.
Mightiest druid in the land.
And I can't cast a spell because it takes 2 actions to cast a spell, right?
And before you argued that he's the mightiest druid, he is 1 druid level more than you, Craig.
That's fine.
Wow. But that is what you said, right, Saf? I can only cast a spell of 2 actions.
Yeah, spells 2 actions. Unless you got quicken. But that's another case.
Okay, so I'll fire with the crossbow again since I have the quick draw.
Yeah, you got the reload feat.
Rapid reload.
Oh, of course.
A
yeah.
1. Gogmort.
Nice. Good rolls today.
Oh wait, nah, he's in like half cover, so yeah, you would have still hit him. He's in like baby cover. Ezra,
Well, and we also have the escalation die to add in.
there's a dog. Oh yeah, in that case you would hit him. Yeah, for another. Yeah, you would have still hit him. So nothing changes. Ezra, you're like next to a ball of fire.
I'm just gonna take care of the other
Step
goblin dog.
and swing. Well, that goblin dog ain't around no more. These guys are not that tough.
Yeah, don't step
Eh.
into the fire. It hurts.
I have one more action, so I'll take my 30 feet toward
It's a good old groggy
Remember, you
moggy.
can't go directly there.
yeah,
You have to go a little longer to not run into the ball of fire.
so I'll be like here.
Also, your allies count as difficult terrain. So yeah, that's good enough. All right. Goggy will show you the power of his mighty druid craft. He waves his hands, speaks an incantation. Abracadabra, abracazoo. I hate you guys, so fuck all of you.
Okay, I love him now.
You are all in that area will become entangled. As a result of the nature itself being like, yeah, I'm nature, yeah.
So we got to see reflex
reflex
save.
Let's check it out. Here we go. Reflex check partial. Yep. And the DC is Gogmort. What is your DC? It doesn't mention here, but it does
14.
mention in the PDF.
It says right there.
It does. Oh,
Saving
good.
throw, 14.
Sorry, I'm so used to the dragon drops that just don't work like that.
I just
What's spell?
Charmed life.
You have to declare it before the roll.
Gogmort is a brilliant master tactician. And since he is in fact at the level that he wants to be, he is going to turn into a teeny-weeny animal.
Oh no.
Yes, he turns into a teeny-weeny animal using wild shape. You kind of lose track of him in all that shrubbery.
So like, did he run away or?
Maybe. You can't
Right,
see him anymore. All right then, who's up next? Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat, I think you're stuck. Or are you? I don't know.
It says he's entangled.
I think the area is also difficult terrain, right? Or is it just the entangle effect? 'Cause
The
entangle.
entire area affected is considered difficult terrain.
Marvelous. Kitty Cat, there are too many flowers under your feet.
I
Also,
don't like this.
Eleanor is grabbed.
well, of course I am. Yeah, both my character sheets were asleep.
Also, Craig, and you and your dog must also roll that reflex check.
Okay, yeah. All right.
It's a 40-foot. It's a huge area. Entangle's very powerful. The downside is that it usually also hits your allies.
Yeah, except for that one thing that makes it jungle and doesn't affect your opponent, your allies.
Did you say reflex or fort?
Reflex.
Yeah, reflex. It's up there, and I'm down here.
Wow, so only Ezra got through that.
I'm actually-
She can chop us out for greatsword.
Is it better R20? Oh no, it's this.
So we are entangled. What does entangled even mean?
It's
Let's take a look-see. What does it mean to be entangled? Entangled, you are ensnared! You cannot move, but it does not entirely prevent it. Unless the bonds are anchored to an immobile object. You are tethered to the ground, so yes. Otherwise, you move at half speed. If you weren't, you cannot charge or run. Take a -2 to all attack rolls, a -4 to penalty to dexterity. Those two stack if you're a dex attacker. If you try to cast a spell, you have to make concentration check, DC 15 plus spell level, or lose the spell and fail to cast it, as you are just too strangled.
So we can still move though.
No, you're tangled to the ground. The ground is what's grabbing you. The plants in the ground. They are anchored to the ground. That's how plants work.
And
So
doesn't
how do we
say
try to get out of this?
With a strength or escape artist check, the DC is equal to the DC of the spell. So at this point, characters with high dex can sort of try to wiggle out. I don't think it impedes your ability to escape. It doesn't affect that roll, so...
Do I have to be? I have escape artist, but I need points in it.
You can, again, escape artist or strength check. DC is 14.
They are literally the same outcome for me, so I'm gonna use escape artist anyway.
Huh!
your key.
No!
Uh-oh.
I'm somehow still stuck.
The sharp briars prick you, and you abandon an avenue before you pierce an important vein.
I need those.
Craig, you and your dog aren't very agile, are you?
Well, I don't have to be agile. I am just going to point, and fireball is going to move over to where the.
Oh
Set us all on
yes,
fire.
your fireball is completely unaffected by this wild growth.
Yeah.
It tried, but then the fire.
All right. I'll whatever happens, happens. You don't know what happens. You don't have an automatic sense if your spell does anything. Just that it rolls into some fire, into some
Do I
shrubbery.
hear screaming?
Considering he's now a small animal, he probably isn't as loud.
If anything, you'd hear something like a screaming animal.
A little squeaky squeak.
And here is going to try to escape artist out of the thing, and probably doesn't.
He's very good with these tangles, and they'll stick around for a nice few minutes, long enough for him to get some help.
Can he move at all, though?
No, like I said, everything comes from the ground. Let me just double check that. Let's see, Tangan Gushing, mind the area. Okay, so you creatures that move into the area must save immediately. Wow. Okay, it's considered difficult terrain. Oh! By the way, you do take 1 point of damage every time you fail to save against Entangle.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't see that, because that's not in 5e, and I figured, this part's all the same. That's probably just like one of those weird Pathfinder footnotes.
Pathfinder footnotes.
I like that the mythic version reaches 10 feet into the air. Alright. Escalation die increases. Eleanor, you're stuck.
Oh, thank God, the escalation die increased so I can actually roll above 1. Hell yeah. Anyway, let's go. Dexterity roll. Wait, what's it again to escape? Sorry.
Strength check or an
or
escape artist check.
What the hell is escape art? Oh, that's a
skill.
That's a skill I have 2 in that I'm not trained. Okay, well, here I go. Hell yeah.
I mean, you still have an action to cast a spell if you want to try.
Okay, what spell do I have? Acid? What about Acid Splash?
There's one thing I would like to... Oh, yeah, if it's a cantrip, then don't worry about losing your spell.
Oh, by the way, that fireball as it rolls will set anything flammable on fire. So
Good news, everyone! You started a forest fire.
Yeah,
the,
'cause
the
it's
foliage
dry
might very well be burning.
Good news, you're struck and trapped while the forest is burning.
Thank you. The fire started right next to us.
I just love that every single time anyone ever uses fire, it always ends with everything being on fire and no one benefiting.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
I did fire once we benefited.
All right, you launch a small orb of acid. Can you roll me a concentration check, Claire? Just in case you forgot.
Yes.
Just in case you forgot, it's the concentration section, which is under your name under the spellcasting section, where you put your spells and stuff. Under your spells and stuff, Claire, under the spellcasting header, is your spells for day and your concentration button.
Yeah, I see it.
Good
You managed to
concentration.
successfully cast an acidy splash. You don't know if you hit anything, though.
Like, I aim at the the vines that were holding my feet or whatever. or
Oh, you want to
something?
break
I
the
don't-
vines that are holding you.
Yeah, I'm not. That's what I meant. Yeah, I wasn't casting this like.
Well, these
willy-nilly
plants
for no
aren't
reason.
exactly made for fighting, so you're somewhat free. You also got some acid on your shoes. That's not very nice.
Great, now you know these shit.
I'm- Oh,
You hear a mad cackle coming from the shrubbery. A mad cackle that's in the form of a boy.
Oh no.
Nah! I'm gonna tell my boss about it, and I'm gonna make promotion.
Wasn't he where the fireball was?
Yes, but he dodged it. He made his
Okay,
deck save. I think he doesn't take any damage then.
But again, it does set the ground on fire.
Cool. Do you know what? Roll me 1d6 for him being in the square and being tiny and getting smoke in his lungs. So he comes out coughing. Exactly.
I have the black lung.
Being close to the ground is good when there's smoke about. I hope you enjoy burning. I'll enjoy taking your crispy corpse. Yeah.
This one talks way too well.
you know, for a minute there, I just. Nah, it took too long. I was like, could I cast shark bait while I'm bound up? Could I just Pokemon shark bait while I'm bound?
Oh, he has another move action. I forgot. He can move quite a distance.
Hmm.
All right. At this point, we're gonna go out of initiative, and we're just gonna assume that the fire's getting ever worse.
Well, I might help
Casting,
cut the gas free.
I'm casting create water all over the fiery patches. Also,
You're also a firefighter.
also the fireball goes out after the third round.
Fizzle, fizzle, fizzle.
So it was only up for 18 seconds anyway.
Luckily, the rest of the fire isn't magical. It doesn't go away. How nice.
That's what create water is for.
By this point, there's a little too much to just create water at. You're also still stuck, which means your create water might fail.
Well, I'm using my sword to cut the gas free. It's like swipe.
On the plus side, next time you see Gogmort, he probably doesn't have any cool spells left. Because he already used Flame Blade. That's probably going to fizzle out in the meantime. Oh boy. Alright, everyone, you can roll me whatever checks you want to get out of here. Every round you fail, the fire gets worse, and I'm going to decide how bad it really gets.
Bella said she's helping us all out.
Alright, oh yeah, you're free. Roll me some attacks then. See if you can actually cut this stuff.
Alright.
By
You're
the
supposed to
way,
be already.
there's an important detail that I kind of forgot. If you... Oh wait, it's moving to the area. If you feel... Okay, let me just get this. Okay, don't forget that if you are in the area of Entangle, you have to remake the save every time you end within it.
Yeah.
The plants try to grab you again, and again, and again, and again.
How long does it stay
Oh
up?
my.
4 minutes. It's also slowly burning away, so it's really a matter of do you make it out of the parts where the plants still are before the fire gets to you? Like, which
Oh,
is
I'm
going to get
out,
you first?
Well, okay, what was the save again? I got a 14.
Yeah, it's
Stay
14.
on your strength.
We're just going to say that you all make it out because I think I see a lot of good numbers there. Yeah, those are some good numbers. Okay then, kids. You all managed to slip out of your bonds at some point. Or help Craig. There's fire all around
We
you.
went this way.
He did go that way. You were attentively
That's all I
focusing on him.
saw.
As the fire gets more and more intense,
I'm creating 2 gallons of water with each cast. I'm fairly certain the fire's not going to be that bad.
Yeah,
This
it was
place
only up
is,
for
like-
18 seconds and only covered a single
in
area.
case you forgot the description, there are lots of bundles of dry thistles and nettles around that
Yeah, but-
burn very good.
Of water with every cast. I can cast at will.
Maybe. Maybe. All right then, kids.
Maybe you should cast more fire.
Mm-hmm. Let's just smoke out the goblins.
I wasn't expecting Gogmer to make it out of that one alive. I'll be honest.
Well, things went too bad for us near the end there.
We got bad saving throws. Well,
You did
my
get.
fault.
What is a Thistletop Goblin? And why does he have... He doesn't have a special sheet. This sheet's just weird.
Well, thankfully he doesn't have a panther anymore.
Okay, well, the lot of you probably took some piercing damage from all those little pricks you got.
I did. I factored it in.
There's one other problem you notice looking ahead. The bridge that leads to Thistletop is made out of rope and wood, and near the burning forest.
Is it Craig taking it out?
Craig left a large enough area of fire that it's not really feasible for him to put it out anymore. It's gotten too big. And too spread out is more the problem. There's a limit to what Create Water can realistically do.
Okay, so we run across.
Also, I'm not going to let you just whittle your way out of using a spell that's extremely environmentally dangerous with a cantrip. Unless you're like a high enough level that you make like a whole bunch of gallons. And you can just drown Talon with a shower. All right, but just move yourself.
Don't drown me.
You're in narrative time. Move where you want.
All right,
Running.
run.
As the fire spreads and you make it up to the log area. So I would like to draw your attention over here, where you watch some nervous goblins push aside some of the thistles and stuff, and just hurl themselves down the cliffside. So in the forest were a bunch of hurt goblins from the last raid who've been healing up and trying to lick their wounds. They just saw the fire and were like, fuck.
You're a monster.
Technically speaking, you broke the Geneva Convention by unduly injuring prisoners of war.
Craig,
You're a
what the hell?
Hey,
Okay,
it's balance, baby.
where the hell is my summon Eidolon spell?
It's not a spell. Well, it is a spell, but you can also do the little ritual thing, right? Oh, those ears lost to
well,
the
I'm
sea.
Oh yeah,
Also,
she,
our little
she's
floaty friend is-
horrified.
Oh, he's right there. Good.
Where?
Good. Illyrium is here.
Good.
You run.
I think Illyrium is immune to fire, or at least resistant. Illyrium. So close to Delirium if you think about it hard enough.
Or not enough.
Oh, yeah, there is. I did just remember there is something down there that in the growling hole that might be like, goblin.
Blood out and fire.
Let's see. Illyrium is resistant to fire. Enough so that a small natural fire wouldn't hurt them, but a big natural fire might eventually get them. By the way, something comes out of the cave down below. There's a cave here, by the way. For future reference, I think I'll just make it visible. Cool. I love it when that happens. Map. Go to the back. There we go. Now you can see the cave. So this weird creature comes out. I assume most people can recognize a bunyip by shape, at least its name. That thing comes out and starts going after the goblins that aren't dead.
Oh
Bad
my god.
girls that are.
They're attacked
Oh
by
my
a murder
God.
seal.
You're a goddamn monster.
I hope we get these.
Jesus,
for that.
that. Wow, bunyip. Yeah, that's a classic monster. The one I remember was from Chrono Cross, and it was a horrifying nightmare rabbit turned into a black hole golem. It was weird.
Oh, wait.
Anyway,
You forgot there's one other thing that we got from our loot. On the way over, I'm gonna drink that potion of healing I got when we fought the other Illyrium.
Oh man,
Wait, I think I picked that up. Or no, wait. Since you wrote it down, you picked it up.
I
Yeah,
just
this is the
love.
stuff I picked up.
I love bunyips.
I need like a full minute. Like I need a
Oh,
literal
wait till we get
minute.
across the bridge.
Oh, there's something else that actually is kind of important. The bunyip roars. Oh, you can't see that. Which apparently has 100 feet range. So you would be affected by this.
Mm.
What's it do?
It makes you very scared if you're close enough.
Ah!
You hear this unnatural... Like before it was like... just roaring. Now it's like... and your soul gets shaken.
Okay, I'm not gonna drink that potion. That does way more than I thought it does.
Point is...
Is there a save?
There is a save. It's a DC 13 will save to avoid becoming completely frightened by this large, fat boy. Look at that beautiful fat boy.
I'm going to use my Charmed Life ahead to add 5.
It seems all of you are able to keep yourself nice and sturdy. Also, Eleanor, let's take a look at you resummoning Baby Bait.
Because
Okay, actually,
I
I'm gonna
have
hold
a
off.
I have a +2 bonus. Oh wait, that's damn it.
Okay, guys, let's keep running. Let's get across this bridge. I don't want to be on fire.
Okay, before you manage to make it across the bridge, though, something may or may not happen halfway through.
Oh,
Also, I'm going to ask Illyrium if she can cast any healing spells. Since she's right with me.
You know what? How about we say that as Illyrium is like, it was about to answer it. So, who's up front in this little running brigade? I imagine it's not just Ezra who's panicking. Yeah, Kitty Cats. Well, Kitty Cat, you and Ezra stand on that nice space. When you realize, wait, aren't goblins like trap makers? And yes, they are.
oh no.
Can I get a... Okay, let's see. What avoids this perilous fate? I need a DC 13 reflex save from the two of you as... Oh, it's all creatures on the rope bridge. Can everyone roll me a DC 13 reflex save except Illyrium who can fly? And it's like...
That's a 20 on my end.
13, you don't have to
Oh
roll that
boy,
high.
well I've failed every single roll this game, so let's do it, baby.
I would love to roll some...
Yes.
I wanted to use the water combat rules, but I guess I won't.
No DM, you don't get no underwater
And
combat
we
rules.
still have Krieg. Or is Krieg not on the break?
He's not.
Please.
I haven't gotten it yet.
All right, so the way the bridge actually collapsed is a bit different from what you had expected. Because the goblins probably had a test run, and they realized that if you destroy the bridge, they're stranded on the island like a bunch of morons, one of the ropes remains, and in a split-second decision, the lot of you jump and hang onto that rope.
Can I jump higher, land on the rope, and then jump across, like acrobatics checking?
Sure, if you want to make an acrobatics check, but that will forfeit your reflex save. If you want to be fancy, it costs you.
I want to get across the bridge because, like, you all don't know this, but I have something screaming in my mind right now, angry at me.
Bring me back! Bring me back! Give me my Pharazine!
Here. Okay, and I'm gonna add a panache point for daring do, so I can add 1d6 to it.
All right. You managed to successfully not fuck yourself over by being too fancy. And land on the rope. Luckily, since you're not absolutely... Oh no. Talon and Eleanor, you are panicked, aren't you?
No, I added to it. I actually hit the exact threshold.
Your Charmed Life is +5, right?
Yeah.
How did you make a 13 save, then?
Wait, where's my save?
Your will save was 7. You needed to roll 13 to not panic.
Yeah.
All right, kids.
Not about that.
The two of you are on the ropes, and you are panicked, which means that you will try as best as possible to get away from that bunyip. There's
Which
a
means
problem.
crossing the rope.
The problem is that in your current extremely panicked state, crossing a rope isn't the easiest thing to do, and when you're filled with a big ole spookum, even less so.
I am a literal cat.
So I'm going
Ropes is,
to...
like, my thing.
So there's something I wanted to... that I'm very sad to tell Eleanor, I think, once I look up Frightened, because I think I know what this does. Okay. Unfortunately,
yay.
Claire, you did fail that saving throw. You're frightened, which means you take a -2 penalty on attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
Of course, yes.
Can I try to grab Eleanor? Yeah.
What do you think is an appropriate roll for that? A C&B check, maybe?
Uh,
A climb check?
It could be.
We have to roll a hand check, and she'll roll a 20, and I have to roll a 1, so my hands fall off as soon as I reach for her.
Also, Illyrium technically could have healing spells. They have levels as a class in which I think it's healing spells, but they don't have... Their patron has abandoned them, so they need to find someone else for that.
Small friend, grasp my hand. You can fly.
Okay. Well, Ezra, I'll let you decide. What do you think is an appropriate check? Is it a climb check to hold on because it's kind of heavy to hold on to someone else while you're doing this? Is it a grapple check to just hold on tight enough so that they don't slip out of your fingers? What do you think is the fun check
I'll
to
go
make here?
for grappling. But
And you killed it.
Jesus. While you may have killed it, you are now hanging by a single hand over a rough and turbulent sea that is slowly filling with the blood of many goblins getting gored and torn to
I'm
pieces.
Captain Americaning it.
Eleanor also is being extremely unhelpful because they are shaking and wiggling, going like, ah! I like this. A frightened creature flees from the source of his bear best can. Okay, so here's the problem. Eleanor, you are so filled with absolute terror that your first instinct is to climb up Ezra, up and over, and get on the rope and start moving.
Drowning person problems.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, now I'm a liability. I love it.
Roll me a
Let's
climb
go.
check.
Anyways. Oh yeah, here we go.
You've always been a liability. Now you just know it.
Oh yeah. Okay, that climb right there. Oh, hell
All
yeah.
the while, Craig is standing there just watching.
Hell yeah, dude. Low rolls all night. Let's go.
That actually might help in the face, Claire.
I want to say that I'm going to give you a choice as to what exactly happens.
Oh,
Because I'm stuck, because I know that one of the options is you fall into the water. That's non-negotiable. That's option A. But does anyone have a fun option B?
Grappling hook.
No, like a fun something bad happens because you're panicked.
Okay, one option is while panicked, she gets out of Ezra's grasp, right?
Yeah, and she falls to the water
No, and she lands on the rope.
and causes it to
breaks it.
wiggle. Oh,
Hey, I got an idea.
you know, I like that
Since
rope
it-
snapping idea.
What's your idea, Claire?
Well, if something bad had to happen, like, might as well just get screwed as much as possible. Like the jostling, I lose my crossbow.
Okay.
I mean, I think mine screws us.
You know what? If you want to lose your crossbow, that's also a fair sacrifice.
I mean, I don't want to lose it.
So your options
obviously.
are, Claire, you fall into the water with the bunyip that's in a blood frenzy. You lose your crossbow to the water, or you snap the rope in half, and Kitty Cat falls towards Thistletop, and you all fall towards not Thistletop.
Right, I lose the crossbow.
Sploosh goes your crossbow. Sploosh. I mean, I guess technically you would have dropped the items trying to grab for the rope, but I like to be a bit looser on that. Because you've got enough going for you right now as it is.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd ever see this line. The goblins rigged this bridge. This way recently when they hauled their unconscious horse hostage.
That is, in fact, a sentence.
That is a sentence. All right. So, after a little bit of time, during which nothing too particular happens other than, okay, for 4 rounds, so you guys will make it over here in that time. During which Talon is a mixture of graceful and not so graceful. As panic caused them to occasionally lose grip, but they then turn it into a nice flip again. And then they fall, and then they're like, oh, it was actually a nice somersault loop. Until they make it to the other side.
I land and I'm
Right.
like, I'm amazing.
Eleanor does that thing where we're like, you monkey hang from the rope and like go as you slowly quickly move your hands and your knees over it. Hang from below like a koala. Not a sloth. A sloth. That's a nice comparison.
Also, Claire, you could have used your hero point for that saving throw. You got it back.
Yeah.
Also, Ezra does a couple pull-ups on the rope before finishing. It's like, yeah.
Ezra's getting pumped.
Yeah.
Now that you're on the other side, what would you like to do? You see a nice door in front of you, a large ramshack building.
I'm gonna take a minute to summon the goddamn Eidolon.
That takes like 10 minutes, right?
No, it says it takes a minute.
Oh, this takes a minute. Oh, you probably have a minute before the goblins unite and decide to storm you off the cliff. Hey, it's like that picture.
Surround Eleanor to protect.
Summon Eidolon. Casting time 1 round.
That's the spell. The actual
Yeah,
activity that
makes
she
it
can
a different
take,
tip here.
the ritual they can do is literally one. Okay, okay. If you use this 1 minute ritual, they come back with half hit points. So,
What's this building made of?
ramsack wood, but it's not gonna burn probably. Craig, Tyr, you've been standing on the sledge watching this spectacular clown festival happen.
I am going to take I'm going to take Tyr, and how would I cross this rope?
You can do it
I
slowly.
guess I'll just I'll kind of monkey slide my way underneath it with Tyr straddling my stomach.
Wait, no, I got a thought here. So the bunny imp is in a blood rage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Craig doesn't have blood. He's a rock.
I still have blood.
And
The
not a
blood
rock,
frenzy is
I'm-
triggered by there being blood in the water.
Okay, I was kind of just imagining that Craig would walk through the water holding the wolf over it.
So since he's-
I wouldn't think that the water would be that shallow.
You can make your arms bigger.
All right. Craig from the creek. You can, because you've got such big muscles, I think you could probably just skittle along this thing without a issue.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it that way.
You're here.
All right. So who here wants to roll me the luck check to see if those goblins come storming out before Eleanor's done?
I will. 20.
A d20, yes.
8.
What would be appropriate for this? Well, you know what? I guess good old Gawkmort probably... Goblins aren't the most organized, and they probably take a minute to be kicked into action. They'll be like, nah, the trap will get him, you know. So you'll have time to summon your Eidolon. And I'll even say you have a little bit of time to think about how you're going to approach the situation. Sharkbait is at max half health, by the way, Claire. So it's like 13 hit points. BM.
Oh, okay.
I will, while we are waiting, I will touch Sharkbait with a Cure Light Wounds, just to give her a little bit extra.
Wait, no, you heal me. Because that one has the ability to heal it.
Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
I cast Rejuvenate. I don't.
Let's see. Okay, I need to remember that a trap also gives experience in Pathfinder.
Yay.
Trap.
Okay, well, I will then cast Cure Light Wounds on Talon.
Oof.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, full 13 healing.
Sharkbait is at full health. Now
Ooh,
let's see.
yeah.
What could this guy get along to cooperate with him when it comes to
Why
taking
is
care
that
of some
stupid?
nasty adventures?
So, for the Craig, that's 1d8 plus 3.
Oh.
Oh, you get 5.
5. That's half of what I took. Okay, so guys, there's like a path right here, directly next to me.
Well, let's see what's down this path.
I awkwardly point to Sharkbait. Yeah, she comes back. Don't worry about it.
I was busy not worrying about that.
The rest of us already knew it was a ferret and understood.
I did
So-
not. I blood raged on those dogs.
Does anyone here have a good perception check?
what?
Mine I think is okay.
Perfect. I have
Having
6.
a good what?
Anyone who has a perception,
Perception.
rank perception modifier of 5 or higher can roll me one.
I got 7.
Ah!
You hear a bunch of scooting goblins behind the door who are like arguing slightly over what their battle tactics are going to be.
Okay, guys. I reach into my bandolier. Step back. I
Sure,
got
wait,
this.
I can't
Who's next
step
made,
back
like-
any further, because then I'd be
Yeah.
falling off.
Aurelian wants to know if burning everything down seems to be your default battle tactic.
It's not fire. It's not fire. I got something a little more eco-friendly this time.
Sharkbait stares at Ezra.
Also, we don't have a we haven't been together long enough to have a default yet. We're still
Talon takes a small clay jar thing out from his bag. I got this.
You gotta wait until they open the door?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I got it.
Does everyone else agree with this battle tactic?
sure.
I am going to Oh,
I'll move over here, out the way.
You see a whole horde of eager goblins who are like, yeah!
Okay, right here, right in the middle, the first guy I'm gonna fucking see.
Mm-hmm.
I throw a burst jar.
Sounds bursty.
Okay, so when it hits, it shatters and splashes a liquid over everything within splash distance, right?
Yes.
Next turn, that stuff reacts and explodes.
Let's see. The simple clay jar has 2 sealed, airtight inner chambers containing alchemical liquids. A jar of stone is a splash weapon. It shatters on impact, covering the target in a mixture of 2. Okay.
First gonna rock, then gonna roll.
1 round later, on your turn, the liquids react and explode with concussive force to take 1 point of sonic damage, are deafened for 1d4 rounds, and must make a fortitude save or be stunned for a round.
Gonna make it pop. Gonna go. I come to you.
I mean, deafen doesn't really hurt them too much, but it's a chain reaction that does it. Let's see. I don't know. Later talks close. Well, it covers the target, so only the one guy.
Yeah, but the others take sonic damage too.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Talks used to scrape off the liquid before it explodes, depositing into. Oh. Still detonates.
Yeah, these, you have to put somewhere else.
All right. Let's see what initiative has to say about all this. As the cool. Apparently, the Thistletop goblins don't have any associated. Heck it then. Heck all of you goblins. Why are you so annoying? Why is there a Thistletop goblin written down when there are none? Because there are no standard goblins. This book has no standard goblins, by the way. Oh, they're goblin warrior ones. Okay. Where do I find such a guy? There are no goblin warrior ones. There are only the goblins from the initial assault. It's like they didn't freaking think about the consequences of their actions. Gogmert re-enters initiative.
Oh snap!
Though, in this situation, he's taking a leadership position. Being like, nah! Go, my minions! Show them the true power of Goblin.
The Gobos.
They're all singing a little battle cry as they come charging in heroically. As heroic as goblins can.
And then explode.
Descending. Alright then. I think I got everything now. Bunyip, you can go away for now. Tuesday through Saturday. Alright. Where's, there's a goblin commando there, isn't there? There is. Nice. Actually, oh, that's a different sheet. Whoops. Okay, everyone sees that their one friend has been splashed in bad oil. But since it doesn't ignite, they're like, it's fine.
It's stinky. I like it.
Yeah, they all start rolling around in it.
So, what the goblins' battle plan was is push everyone off the ledge. So, what they essentially do is they charge out in the straightest line possible, go towards whoever they encounter first, and they just start pushing. Gaining an ever-increasing bonus to their ability to push as more goblins pile up. Kitty cat, someone is trying to push you.
I'm gonna stab him.
No, this is a combat maneuver push. It's kind of hard to push something that's like charging right at you, head covered,
My
and
CMD is 18.
well then you manage to avoid getting pushed. He just kind of bumps off of you. This one goes for Craig.
Wow, I mean, pushing a rock man, have fun.
Listen, it's the best plan they could come up with.
CMB.
Yes, a CMD.
CMD.
And my
Yeah,
connection is dying?
Ezra, what do you do?
Claire, no.
Is it too bad? Should we wait a moment or should we call it for here?
Let's just wait a moment. See if it gets better.
Yeah, it's like it's cutting out a lot for some reason. I just got disconnected like 3 times. I wasn't able to say anything though because I got disconnected 3 times.
Kicking the
Well,
door.
you're coming through now, it seems. Claire?
Claire! Baby, please!
What the heck is happening?
I'm saying
like
baby,
3:38.
please.
That might have lagged a little bit. That happens sometimes.
I'm saying baby, please. That's what's happening. That's what's up. Heck yeah. Because that's what WhatsApp means,
Yeah,
baby.
why would... Yes, no lag. Did my bad out? Hello?
Hello.
Back there.
I can hear you.
Okay.
We're just giving a minute.
Just when you're ready, Claire. When you're ready for me to yell at you. Saying things like Claire.
Yeah, I think I'm ready because I think it's stopped now. I don't know.
Ezra,
Good.
it's
Alright.
your turn.
Well, since the guy ran into
Kitty cat.
ran, I'm gonna use an action to feint. So I make a bluff against DC 10 plus your bonus base attack and wisdom modifier.
Not to
Oh, I'm not gonna make it.
not to pee on your wet Sunday, but improved feint is not about attacks of opportunity. You never trigger an attack of opportunity. It's that it makes it into one action instead of two.
Yeah,
It makes it into a move action instead of a standard action. So
that's what I'm saying. Since this guy's like around me, I'm just gonna.
Well-
I tried to feint him.
well,
and,
let's
like,
see. 1 plus
Get
base
him off
attack
guard.
modifier, which is 1. His wisdom modifier is -1. So you missed it by 1.
Damn.
It's very
Oh,
easy
well.
to trick goblins, and this guy managed to out goblin you.
Then
still
I'll
have
make
your
my
2 actions.
Normal attack.
Then you just kill him.
And then, all right, I didn't trick him. Now I will use my normal basic strike. Obliterate the goblin.
Then I will occupy his space and just wait.
This goblin, upon realizing that his fine friends are being freaking stupid, this is a goblin commando. He's smart enough to go like, oh, wait, no, and grabs onto his friends, telling them to stop charging. And then Gogmurt's like, keep charging. Ugh, this guy doesn't like it. Let's see. Kitty cat, do you qualify as an animal?
I think I'm humanoid.
Doesn't matter. You get. Oh gosh, geez, this is also one of those stupid sheets. Well, he misses with an 8, as he has to spend a bunch of his actions making sure that his friends aren't being stupid.
He used command animal on you. Cat of nature, attack your friends.
Seeing an arrow fly past him, this goblin's like, "Ooh, I know how this one works." He spends an action to take out his bow and just starts shooting arrows all over the place. He knows this trick.
And misses just literally everything.
You just stand there as the arrows whiz past you.
Pew 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 pew. Ooh, arrows! I like arrows. Ooh.
Oh my god, they're all bunching up around him.
Ezra, he's in cover, so he can't really attack for opportunity, but you do get like some arrows plinking at you.
Yeah. So, yeah, they both hit, so I lose 8.
I did it! Look at him, he's bleeding.
I will now attempt to
I made the
feint
big man
him.
bleed. Kitty cat.
And then the middle one explodes.
Of course. How could I forget? The middle one explodes.
Yeah, it happened at the beginning of my turn. Just
The middle one's ears explode.
all them around take sonic damage.
Everyone
Oh,
takes
no.
one. Everyone gets one. As in the words of the wise Spider McMahon, everyone gets one.
And the one in the middle has to do.
Gwen Stacy gets 50, because writers are lazy.
Well, mostly Mary Jane, but yeah, he also has to roll in a fort save,
Oh yeah, what's that for?
DC 12, or he gets stunned for a round.
Oh, because his ears are popping. Fort safe, DC 12.
Okay, he handled up.
He puts
Don't do that
his ears back
There,
on.
there's that goblin bravado we own.
Yeah, he sticks his ears back on, just like Ezra's like, oh, good, the ears are okay.
Okay, so can I occupy this space?
He's inside.
Okay, because I want to get to a space where I can stab this guy. Okay, sure, I'll do that. Boop. And I'm gonna stab the one that I can stab the one behind me. I don't want to get flanked. I'm going to stab him first. He dies.
Does he though?
Does he?
Safi.
Safi?
I was still muted. He has 16 AC.
Okay.
I thought I turned my mute back off because I was taking a bite. Anyway, you got one more action.
All right. I'm going to try to stab him again.
Doesn't appear for like a very good crit range. I don't get this.
It should. It's right here.
Yeah, it's like 18 to 20, ain't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Let me make sure I put that in.
it should have. It's really useful.
For some reason, no. I must not have saved it.
I'll slap that number
Oh,
down
now
to it.
has 18. And now... Oh, it did it again. Okay, 18.
Let him have it. Let him have it. Show me the goods. Nope. Those are not the goods.
Okay, I'm not doing so hot with some of the rolls today.
Gogmord is a little bit sad. What is he gonna do with his turn? He already used all his cool spells, and his boy is gone.
Good.
Ooh,
Screw him.
ooh, ooh.
You know what I've lost today? My patience.
Hey, Tyr, how about you make me a will save, as Gogmord tries to charm your dog?
Craig immediately strikes his dog down.
And he fails.
No, he makes it. He gets a +5 as a result of the fact that Gogmort was threatening him earlier. Tyr's like, no, fuck you.
Well, and he's actively threatening Alex, yeah.
Gogmort still has an action, and he. Who of you would he like the least? Probably the big one in armor. Here, take a sling.
Well, I mean, I killed his dog.
Well, fine, you get the sling. A little rock comes flying past you. Eleanor.
Right. I look at shark bait. Rip him open. Shark bait runs forward.
Roar! I'm Sharkbait.
Yeah, I'm shark bait. And she's going to bite.
Yeah, last time
Yeah,
she
she's
ran
a-
directly into a fight. Didn't work out so well.
How much experience is Gogmort worth? I need to write that down.
She bites and trips. Oh wait, is it worked in with the grapple or?
The goblin is dead, Claire.
Good.
Yeah, Sharkbait is just shaking the goblin now.
What do you do with your actions? Eleanor.
Let's see. I move here. Can I cast Ray of Sickening on Gugmer from here? No, wait. It's like 25 feet. It's really low. Why is the spell's range so freaking short?
Cast it on the guy that I hit with the explosion. Let's just fuck his day up.
Just
Let's
ruin.
just bully this one guy.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Gogmort
ray
has
of
the face
sickening
of someone who's
punch.
going to get the king involved in this. Oh, who are you hitting with this black ray of evil?
I hit the goblin who's already.
Okay, roll me a ranged touch. Just roll me a ranged attack. And you get a +1 because it's point blank. And those also affect your raise, yes.
So
Show me the goods!
How do I roll range? Just a range.
Yeah,
a range
just
touch?
click that
Yeah.
section and add 1 because, we'll add 1 in post.
Oh, there it is. I see. Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay, so
He's now sick.
22.
yeah, he's not sick. It's -2 to everything because Ray of Sickening is amazing. I wanted to hit Gogmork, but let's just. I'm just pissed. Like everything, I'm
Craig.
very unhappy.
Craig, what do you do with your turn?
I cast Acid Jaws on my wolf, and my wolf is gonna leap into attack here on the one who is now sick.
Oh, poor guy.
Like, ah!
Like I said, we're just gonna bully this guy.
It's stinky. I don't like it.
Oh, he's holding on by a thread. He's in dying mode. That
Plus
is.
the plus the acid damage.
Oh, then he's just gone. What a way to go. Escalation. Oh, by the way, what do you do with your turn, Craig?
I cast acid.
Oh, yeah,
spell,
okay.
so-
Ezra, what do you do?
I'm gonna occupy the space he was at. I'm a stare at good old Gobby boy, but I'm gonna attack the guy next to him. Like, bam,
Oof.
9 damage.
Oof. He's just a big old flat goblin on the ground.
And then my second attack to the other guy next to Gobby boy. I want this guy to be intimidated, but
That's
he
what I
won't
was trying
be.
to do this whole time.
The goblin commando throws up his hands and tries to provide a means of escape for his superior, telling him to get the king, get Rib Nugget. Then he drops his bow, takes an action to take out his horse chopper, and with the kind of goblin ingenuity you just can't wrap your head around, he basically preoccupies most of your vision with a flurry of blows.
Oh,
Cat, there's so many goblin corpses here, it's actually getting a bit difficult to walk around.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to walk around and get to this one.
And
Yeah,
Garkmore
I'm
is like,
stabbing.
no! No! Not my pancreas! Well, not his pancreas today, he's got 18.
Exactly one short.
Could you not bully the CR 1/3 creatures?
Wow, I am not doing so hot today. Okay.
No, you aren't.
I think
This one.
Besides Ezra.
This one, in a
Ezra's
masterful flurry, will join his ally, unleashing 2 swift blows, but missing entirely. Wow. So for how many attacks are getting rolled, sure ain't happening much.
Like I said, Ezra's like completely untouchable right now.
Yeah, Ezra's the only one doing good today.
Eleanor Sharkbait, what do you do? As the doorway is full of people and dogs and goblins.
Okay, can Sharkbait like slide in over and get over here? Like slip in
Over where?
over here, like just like
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, she can
Okay,
do that.
it's just you get Ezra gets her legs winded in between by this creature who just almost seems amorphous sometimes.
Sharkbait.
Hey look, it's Gogmort. Wow.
Why doesn't Sharkbait
Yeah,
have any escape artist skill? That's so weird. Gogmore, what is his main source of defense? Oh, his armor. He wears good armor. He's got good decks. He just knows how to keep himself safe.
And again,
No.
I love this. I love it.
What do you do with your turn, by the way, Eleanor? You also have yours?
Okay, you know, I'm gonna move in here, and since I got point blank,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use my. Oh wait, it's gone.
Yes. Guess what you lost?
Yes, I did. So I pull out my whittle swing, chuck a rock at him. Chuck a rock at Gogmort.
Gogmore dodges because your friends are in the way.
Awesome, man.
Gogmore, having been provided a measure of assistance by his goblin commando ally, in a brief moment of wow, that is self-sacrificial and uncommon for a goblin, he runs off, being provided protection from attack of opportunities by his self-sacrificing friend.
Who,
Oh my
wait,
God.
but self-sacrificing friend is only attacking Ezra, but he left in space that was threatened by myself and Sharkbait.
Well, fine. You can always just take a step out of the way if you prefer that. He'll make it to the throne room either way. Shouting
Like how
about
attack of opportunity is technically completely worthless half the time.
yeah. In this system,
Makes me
especially.
almost
weird.
regret taking a attack of opportunity.
I mean, to be fair, if you took the withdrawal action, it would have been the same case. Like, this is not specific to this action
Yeah,
system.
I'm just saying it's because they put
Yeah.
so many things into getting around attack of opportunity that it's actually negated the use of them a lot.
I still like my AOO build.
Gogmort
But-
yells at everyone in the room to start fighting. Fight, fight, fight. And they're all like, oh, what? Oh. And Rip Nugget and his fine mount join the fight, as does a War Chancer, to just make those goblins actually do some damage. They will join in on the next turn, so for now we will ignore them. We ignore this guy,
I
we
want to
ignore
search for a
this
relevant gift, but I'm afraid to right now.
Ignore him. Craig. You still have to deal with the commando and the little goblin who both have nice horse jobbers and just spinning to win.
I am going to cast Aspect of the Bear on Tyr.
Tyr is made bearishly. Bear.
So,
He's a wolf.
Both.
so now he has he gains +2 to natural armor and enhancement bonus on CMB rolls.
To look up
He
something.
can also perform Bull Rush, Grapple, and Overrun combat.
I just linked a gif of Ezra approaching the goblin fort.
So, come over here and have a chompy chomp.
It's time to clean up all these gobby goos.
That one should get him.
That one does get him, and he goes down. He sacrificed himself for his boss and is on the floor. Blech. We ignore these people for now. Escalation dies at +2. The Goblin Commando has been shaken into action. After Gogmort's turn, just to be 100% fair about this, Ezra. Up in the distance, you see a bunch of goblins animating.
Hey, I'm gonna try to finish off the one guy with at least one hit. Nope. Then I'm just gonna carry on.
Actually, oof, I need to look up something about...
Also, tax opportunity.
Okay, let's see. How does Mr. Stickyfoot and his big Mr. Rip Nugget... How does Rip Nugget work? I don't know. I didn't look at him yet. Didn't think it'd go this fast. Let's see. Drinks his potion of action. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Oh, he's actually really straightforward. Nice.
You know what? To avoid the attack opportunity, I will take a 5-foot step, and then I will
Wait, who did you attack with your slashy bits?
try to hit this guy.
Nah, too bad. Stickyfoot goes, bleh! This Fizzlefoot guy's like, oh man, I'm the last man standing, deaf to the dog!
To the dog. That is now like a wolf.
He does not hit.
He jumps on the dog and gets shaken off. Kitty cat. That was just stupid.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna stab him.
Nice.
Eat him.
Plus, the escalation die adds to damage, right?
The escalation die adds 2 attack rolls.
Okay, so he takes 7 from that attack.
He's down as well.
And I'm gonna go and join Ezra in the doorway. Also, what's the CR of the... what are the hit dice for these goblins? Does it affect my panache points?
What kind of CR do you need for your panache points?
It needs to be half of my level or higher.
Well, I'd say they don't really count since they're only CR 1/3. They're weenies to you. You could take them out in one blow. How hard are they?
Yeah, so these don't count for it.
They don't fill you with that panache. Gogmort is trying to explain the situation. Spending 1 action to just elaborate the fact these people are burning down the forest, broke the bridge, and are now here to come and cause more trouble.
Technically, they broke the bridge.
Also,
Hey! Why is Ironclaw open?
the kitty pool has another vial ready for all this. There's a reason I spend money on this.
Money well spent. Let's see. I'm looking for a particular person, actually. Because there's a big, bad, scary guy somewhere in this dungeon. And I need to know his name. Let's just go with this one.
Ezra, yeah.
You hear someone shout about... You hear the guy in the back shout that... Nah, they may do what they wish, but in the afterlife, Nuelia will bring us back. And let it be known that they shall not survive Melk Shakur's power. And Gogmort, filled and invigorated by such cruel words, throws a sling at the cat in the doorway.
Chucks a rocket Talon in the face.
Yeah, it just like bounces off. It's one of those just, bitch.
Ah, forehead.
Because it's only one damage. Just like, the fuck.
You may-
You open the door and it gets you right in the hand, like the really bad part of the, like getting in the knuckle. Like, oh,
As
dang.
Gogmort's turn ends, he says, if they're gonna burn everything down, how about we burn it down first?
Dude, they're
Oh
stealing
my
our thing.
god, please.
Now, I don't have to tell you, that's one of the worst case scenarios that can happen, is that this place starts to burn down, because you don't have any place you can go without running into a creature that is very good at fighting in the water, while you are not very good at fighting in the water.
Well, the whole other side of the bridge wasn't this building, was it?
The bridge by this point, by the way, the other rope has burnt up because of the forest fire.
We're just gonna say the goblins did that.
You can say whatever you want. Eleanor, it's your turn.
Oh yeah.
Sharkbait can charge right in there and get those goblins going.
Okay, we're not doing that this time.
Why not? It worked great.
With my rolls today, no. So I chill out over here by Talon, just like get going, and Sharkbait is gonna strategically position next to Ezra.
Heck yeah.
And that's it, because I took off Magic Fang and and put on Ray of Sickening.
What does that mean? Oh yeah, because you swapped spells. The Goblin Commandos are a little better trained.
Wait a second, I might be an idiot.
And display an almost uncanny ability. So who of you are humanoids?
I'm a humanoid.
Good news, everyone!
Okay.
These Goblins Commandos are trained to kill humans.
I mean,
How far are you actually? Because I know the Shrubbo doesn't have that much range. Ezra, an arrow comes flying your way. And another.
Eat it.
Yeah, even with their specialized training, they can't pierce your fine armor. Swish, swish.
ding.
Chief Rip Nugget rides his gecko into combat, but he is a smart man and
That's a
knows
freaking gecko.
he has. Okay, let me just pull up the picture for Rip Nugget because he's a picture. Look at that angry boy.
I want to keep him.
Let me pull up his art in the other one because it's probably cooler. In some way. Yeah, look at this guy. Look at his shitty crown and the explosives falling off of him.
Where'd you post it?
War Chief Rip Nugget. Look at that
Dang.
slobbering creature.
Yeah, but see, that one I don't want to take home.
Yeah, that the gecko is not as good.
Yeah, I want to keep the gecko.
The Goblin War Chanter inspires his allies with a +1 bonus to attacks and damage. As he tells them to give him good old hecky. Craig.
I am going to. Where is this Rip Nugget guy?
You can't see him because he's running to cover and waits for you to run out towards him.
All right. Well, I'm going to finish off this guy. Is this goblin still alive?
No.
No, they're all dead where you are.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to move up and have Tyr.
This is gonna be one of those things where like they're actually smart enough to not come to us.
Yes. Yes, they are. And they're all in cover.
Oh yeah.
So they said they wanted to burn the place. That means this place can burn.
I would strongly not recommend burning this place down. But that's metagaming knowledge I'm not going to give you. Why you shouldn't burn it down.
Well, looks like we had to charge in, unfortunately.
Suffice to say, it's suicide. In a very fun way.
So everything we've been doing,
Exactly. And it's worked out so far.
it really has.
All right, Craig, you ready?
I
did roll for these other guys, right? Yeah.
Prepare an attack if something comes
I don't think they're coming.
Of course they're not coming. Why
Yeah, but
would
I'm
they?
I'm not sending my doggo in alone when there's several attacks before anybody can do anything.
Wait. Why would they? I know why they.
Hey, Ezra.
If someone was as much of it was a super dick to them.
Ooh, that one hit.
Yes, good news, Ezra. That does 10 damage, the second one. Because he has favorite creature humanoids. Human.
Oh. Oh, I'm not doing too great now.
Standing in a doorway is fantastic combat strategy. Luckily for you, your escalation die reaches 3, and you should really reconsider standing in that doorway because another guy would like you to see his arrows. That is a 20, a 21, and a 10. All doing 3 damage.
Total. Wow. Didn't work out so well.
Okay, well, that 18 hits.
Wait. Those arrows were all from the same guy, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, the last ones are lower, so that's actually a 16. So I think you only take the first
yeah,
one.
A 16 and then a 0.
Nice.
I'm not doing too hot, guys.
Gotta remember those multi attacks.
You suddenly hear, very quietly at first, and then finally, Eleanor,
Oh my god.
you get poked in the butt.
1,000 years of death. No damage.
That doesn't hit, in fact. It turns out that when you just randomly run into a situation, try to stab someone in the butt, doesn't generally work. You know what does work? Breach and clear, baby. A
Wait,
door
like,
opens in
basically
Sharkbait's
Goblin
direction.
SWAT team?
A little goblin pokes out, gives you a little wink, and shoots at Sharkbait's ass.
And crits.
Of course it does. Of course
Wait,
it
no.
crits.
What's Sharkbait's AC?
I think it's only just the
16?
2. It's just the 2, Claire.
Yeah, fails.
They don't have favorite enemy against Sharkbait. Ezra. All of life's decisions came to this.
Alright, what's the defensive thing where you just use your
Total defense gives you a +4. It takes 2 actions.
well, I'm just gonna.
Move to Craig. He can heal you.
Or take the moderate heal potion from me.
Well, I actually have one of those on me,
Oh.
so I'll use the moderate heal potion. It's a big one, but what's the dice for it?
48 plus 2 for each level of caster.
So probably
I'm
just
not even-
48. Alright,
I looked it up earlier because I needed to know.
I'm full. Wait, am I? No, I'm 1 short. No, wait, 2 short still. And that's 1 action to use?
It's 2 actions to take full action. A potion is
Got it.
1 to take out and quickly quaff. Actually, it's 1 to take out, 1 to quaff. Potions take a little bit of time to do.
Well, since I'm better health now, no, not gonna do that.
Delicious.
You can close the door that's in front of you.
Yeah, sure. I'll close my half of the door.
Yo, yo,
Nah.
yo.
Unless you want to swing it open.
I want to
but-
take a bite out of that furry thing. Leave some for me. You hear coming from the side as 2 arrows plink at bait.
And
They
miss.
miss.
Well, more like plink off. Thick-hide. Stickfoot has been told to stay put, and I'm going to take him out of initiative because he's basically mount. Then, something unexpected happens.
The floor explodes.
No, it's actually
I mean,
it's actually something else.
What is it?
Let me see. I think I have a token for
the
this particular
bucket
creature.
actually falls out of the ceiling.
No. Well, I mean, maybe at some point in the
Sorcerer's
week.
gonna give it to ya.
I definitely know I have a token for this boy, for this handsome gentleman. No, I don't. I guess I have one for Dretches. if you'll give me a moment. You suddenly hear the goblins all panic. As something terrible happens to them. We'll get to that in a moment. All you need to know is that they're all like, "Oh no, that's no good."
As Sonic says.
Oh man, I love the Lemure art. It's great. It's so good. I'll just drop in a little letter. Oh no, I know that if I use letter L, what the heck? From 5e tools. I don't want that. I want a Lemure. Do I have any? Otherwise, I'll take a letter L. A L. Give me a L. Anyway, there's a big fat dumb guy in the room now. What can Lemures do? Oh, he can claw. Nice. A bunch of claws come sweeping around the room at Gogmort.
I'm gonna just let that happen.
I'm just gonna shut the door and just let that.
Kitty cat.
Okay, step one. I'm gonna throw another one of my vials down there. I'm gonna throw a vial of shard gel.
What does that do?
Okay. The instant it contacts the air, it turns into needle shards and launches everywhere. The target square and each square adjacent to it are covered in shards that function like caltrops, and whatever square I hit takes 1d4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
I'm throwing it at that square.
I hate caltrops for one specific reason. And that is that caltrops has weird specific rules associated with it, always. It's never simple. Let's see, caltrops make... Okay, fine. Alright, so where are the stuff?
This square and every adjacent square.
Alright. I'll just draw a little square of orange. That's a circle.
Also, the dude there takes 2.
He doesn't like that.
Let's make it hard for him to leave. And I'm gonna...
Oh, he's fine just where he is.
Oh, there's the big thing in there. I figured that'd be their problem. I'm gonna step back and stab the guy that was attacking Eleanor.
Just had to shank this guy. Alright, show me the goods. There are no goods.
Critical.
Show me the.
So,
goods.
Eleanor was stabbed in the butt.
Eat
You
that
stab him through the eye, out his butt.
I stabbed him so hard, he has 3 butts.
Amazing. Eleanor, that is a sight you will not forget. For then you wish you would.
You just saw someone become paste from a rapier hit.
Exactly.
That was something.
Would you like to do
Thank you.
something?
Well, yeah. Okay. So Sharpay got shot at. Zip over here. And she's going to try and jump and grapple the this one over here.
By the way, they occupy these spaces. They don't have ranged weapons. The best position would be here. Sort of. It's also a flanking position, so it's up to you.
Oh,
pro-
wait, so the
the trade-off is if Sharkbait is here, they take a -4 in the attack because they are in melee cover. If Sharkbait stands here, the Goblin Commandos flank it. So it's up to you.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Who knew a goblin's defensive base is defensive?
Okay, well I'm gonna take the -4 and just go for it. Let's see what.
Let's go
see
ham.
if she can. Yeah, let's see if we can actually do something in this game. Okay, that's
Goblin Commandos AC
escalation
is...
die.
Yep, that hits.
Plus. Yeah. Okay, so she bites and. What do I have to do again for?
CMB.
Yeah, she bites and then CMBs, and she has a +2 to grapple.
In that case, this goblin, it doesn't really matter, trips and falls over. He's on the ground. Ah! You want to make another attack? You now have... Yep.
Okay, and since she's grappling, she has a bonus to her attack.
Yeah, sure. Just give him heck. We'll see if she gets past the armor. Not like that.
Never mind.
Gogmort swears and curses. What is this fey creature? Yeah. You see him roll out of your vision. You don't know what he does, but he's like, ah. So the doors are closed, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
these two were close because
Well, I didn't close the door because that would take all my actions. So one door.
One door is closed. The other door is.
The Goblin
Like,
Commando gives a little signal to someone. Oh, wait, can they see someone at the door? No.
Hello?
No. Hello?
Ezra shut her door.
what?
Yeah, so
Ezra, a kitty cat comes charging towards you. I mean, a kitty cat. A goblin comes charging towards you. He has a +2 because he's charging.
he comes at Ezra.
No, kitty cat.
Kitty cat.
Oh, okay.
But they lost.
Is he gonna get back?
I just started moving. What happened?
You are charged at by a goblin and he hits you for 2.
Really?
Look at this weenie. Look at this weenie linguini trying his best to distract you.
Oh, Zal, Discord's being very rude to Zyla.
Don't worry. If you don't fuck up, you don't fuck up. The War Chanter is keeping the good vibes going. War Chief Rip Nugget. Is this a time to charge? No. He'd rather wait out. Well, actually, Rip Nugget knows something about his base.
So I got charged by a Goblin Commando, and then my net started flickering a little bit.
You got charged at by a goblin, not a commando. And he dealt 2 damage.
Because he had +2 from charging.
Oh, cool. Stickfoot is really fast. That's great.
I mean, I can try to counter that. I got my panache point back that I used because of critical.
Oh, hi, Sharkbait.
Oh, of course.
I critical. I counter him.
Well, then he's dead. Cool for you. That doesn't save Sharkbait.
That's so he can just.
So because there were caltrops in the doorway, Rip Nugget is like, you know what, I'll take the other way around. My hand is forced. And then he sees a big white ferret and he goes, you idiots. It's not too hard to stab it. Oh, excuse me. That is a 22, does 9 damage. And that's all he does on his turn. Is he shanks Sharkbait for 9. Craig.
Can Tyr manage to get into that room, like maybe
What?
leap off of Sharkbait and kind of?
Would Sharkbait allow someone to leap off of them?
No.
Then he doesn't.
Well, sorry, can't help you. Your fat ass is in the way.
You could probably swing over. She can probably not
It's
allow
a-
you
it's
to
a
occupy
wolf.
her. Oh. Well, he's probably smaller than her, but yeah.
Can I get past Sharkbait into that room?
I would think so. You're smaller than her. Because right now she's she's right now grappling on this guy and then being stabbed by this.
He has a +2 short sword, and he's very good with it.
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
That's just the theme.
but I'm asking, can I manage to get my wolf into that room, or is Sharkbait in the way?
Sharkbait is in the way because she doesn't want people to step on her.
Okay, well then.
And there are caltrops to the north, so be careful.
I will have Krieg come up here and try to charm the animal that the guy is fighting.
I love it. I love it. All right, well, Stickfoot isn't quite sure what's going on right now.
He's hero point for that.
No, he doesn't have to. Show me the DC.
Oh.
What's the DC for Charm Animal?
Charm animal is...
What's your spell DC for Charm Animal?
Oh goddamn, I don't have it written down.
It's a first level spell. Just
It should be set by your spells.
yeah,
It's not in my fucking spell list. I thought it was in there.
it is on your spell list. Over to the left, you can see that your DC is 15.
Oh, okay.
Good news, you rolled a 9. So even if you were hostile to it, which you aren't, and it's a dumb animal, doesn't fully understand the situation, unlike Tyr, this ain't a companion, so it doesn't get that bonus. You've charmed it. You can give it a reasonable suggestion on what to do, and it will be like, that's a good idea, as long as Sharkbait doesn't fuck it up.
Hello, good friend. Could you move back like 10 feet?
Does Sharkbait take the attack of opportunity? when this creature carrying the person that just shanked it moves
Sharpbait.
back.
Sharpbait's grappling.
Sharkbait
No, we're
doesn't.
talking about the one that's being mounted by
The gecko scoots back a little bit.
Thank you,
Yeah.
good friend. Okay, now Tyr rushes in. And Tyr will take a chompy chomp on the goblin rider, the war chief or whatever.
War Chief Ripnugget does not appreciate this, as he suddenly sees the jaws of a big dog. My dogs are better than you, he says as he is attacked. Show me the goods. Ripnugget has 21 AC. Good luck.
Okay, well, I got the attention off of Sharkbait, which was kind of what I wanted.
This Goblin Commando, he'll just ready an action to shoot whoever, really, and stay where he is. Escalation die. This Goblin Commando hears his boss shouting and isn't quite sure what's going on. It, however, is very much aware of the lemure that's in the room. It moves out of the doorway so it doesn't drag any attention from there, and then tries its best to help. As it's trying to coordinate with its ally, like, kill it, get in there and kill this thing. Yeah! How strong are lemures in terms of armor class? Now,
Boys.
AC 14, the downside is, guess which things have what's called damage reduction. The mirror may only have 13 hit points, but he takes 5 less from most forms of melee. So this large, fatty boy is just like... Blah, 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 blah. This commando is grappled by Sharkbait. It drops its weapon, and it's just going to try and pound its little fist on Sharkbait's face.
Takes like a -2, I think.
It can't take out its horse chopper like this, Claire. It rolls a 20. Excuse me, that... Yeah, it rolls an 18 plus 2, so... Actually, it's a 21, so... Sharkbait does get to bite him as an attack of opportunity because he's using an unarmed strike without the proper feat. So bite him.
Good. Okay.
Like Sharkbait lets go and just bites his hand instead.
Escalation die +2.
He's
grapple. Yeah, he's dead. Sharkbait squeezes her jaws down on him.
Sharkbait grabs the hand that tries to punch her and just crushes it. And in the pain, he faints. Never to be alive again. Ezra.
That'll teach you a lesson.
Ezra, things are going sideways.
This hall is occupied, so I can't get through it.
You can.
So,
Your friends are difficult terrain, though.
I need maybe 2 actions.
That's
to
2
get
actions,
there.
yes. So
Alright.
that's a charge if you really wanted to. Like, spend your whole action turn to charge, and you get a +2 to your attacks and -2 to your AC, though.
Yeah, I like how our party just constantly trips up everybody else in the party by just putting themselves in all the juncture points.
Alright, charge!
I'm in the center of a room. Don't give me your shit.
Yeah, but look at the map, Zal. It's like it's all choke points.
Yeah, I'm just saying it happens like every single battle.
Who are you attacking,
It's sort
Ezra?
of like,
The
Throw a
one
character in the
below
middle.
me.
The one below you very quickly realizes that he's not in the best position. This one isn't completely preoccupied. He drops his weapon and takes out his little horse chopper and goes right for your ankles. This one is trained against animals, so no +2 there. I think he just bounces off your whatever you're wearing.
Wait, so that's 17 plus 4 to hit for me?
Why +4? Oh yeah, you've got the -2 from the armor from the charge. Yes, okay. So it's 17. He doesn't have any favorite enemy bonus. Don't worry.
Okay.
So I don't know if 17 hits on you or not.
My AC is at 18.
Then he misses. Then he bounces off your armor.
These are wrong for me.
Up here, the large,
oh crap, used the right form of your for once.
the lemure sort of rolls over.
Also, you used the wrong form.
The lemure. I like that word. Lemure. It rolls over. You hear this big, fat, sloshy body. And then you hear a goblin throttle and choke as it's shaken around violently.
These are only good sounds.
Please, as if any of them are going to die harder than that one guy.
Kitty Cat, what do you do?
Question.
Yes.
This is the door.
There's a door, yes.
I want to go in the door.
You can go in the door if you want to. You can take an action to open the door.
I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door and find some barracks. It looks like they've been messily vacated. Probably the goblins you fought when the door opened. The front door.
I am disappointed. So I'm gonna just move over here. My last action.
Rib Nugget would like to have a word with you. His short sword would like to have a word with you. Unless you have a way of avoiding a stack of opportunity.
I mean, I could try to increase your AC by +2, but I don't think that'd help.
But yeah, it's a fatty swing.
He's a hero goblin, Claire.
Yeah, the other one.
I don't like him.
The other one just kind of exploded.
Dogmore is desperately trying to get the war chanter he's traveling with to no longer be choked. As you hear someone shout, "Let him go, you fatso!"
Jesus Christ, he's choking him to death.
He doesn't do any damage. His spear just gets stuck in the fat. Twice.
Ooh.
Eleanor, your friends came to save Sharkbait and are now fighting the boss in a very small room.
Oh,
They
dang,
sure
Dogmark
are-
can't actually hurt it unless it crits.
Okay,
Yeah.
now this can Sharpbait 5-foot step into the square?
Yes.
Okay, so she's gonna slurp her way, and she's gonna lunge for
The big guy.
the rider, and she's going to bite. Would Trip throw him off the mount?
Maybe. We'll see about if you hit or not.
I'm gonna use my hero point on this one because I hate this guy.
All right, then.
So-
I'm pretty sure you just hit regardless on what you roll. Go ahead, show me the goods.
All right. Yeah.
And max
Didn't even-
damage.
Show me the CMB.
All right.
Sharkbait, in raw, unmitigated anger, tries to throw this guy to the ground. Rip Nugget has CMD of 17. He is a fighter. He knows how to keep his guard up. And says no! And his sword lashes out. So that Sharkbait couldn't do it without getting hurt. I don't know, what do you do with your own turn, actually?
I'm gonna slip in here and try to give support to Sharkbait.
Cool. When you slip over there, 2 goblin commandos would like to have a word with you.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's a 6 damage
just
since they have a favorite enemy human. Unless you're not human.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
can I
I'm
do
half
the
elf.
That means you're an elf and a human. The worst one counts.
I mean, would that mean I just take a -3?
No, -2. You do take 6 damage from that short bow far from the distance. That's a crack shot, Commando. He's going to do the same thing, you know? It
Hell
worked off
yeah.
so far. But then he's like, wait, there's a
Hell yeah.
Lemure here. Ugh, god damn it. Stupid, shitty-ass boss.
Well, I'm just gonna make sure to use my last cast. I think of
Show me the goods, Clark.
my last cast of where is the dang thingy? Boop. Gonna heal my ferret.
Sexy.
Oh my god.
Rift Chief Rip Nugget tells us
Oh wait,
mount.
does that count for escalation die?
Escalation die only applied to attack rolls.
That was a waste. Okay.
Chief Rip Nugget, before leaving, he's going to make 2 attacks, then tell us mount to back up. Back up, back up.
I have his mount currently charmed, though, do I not?
Yeah, but he kicks his mount in the head. We'll say that that's an action. He kicks his mount in the head as an action to get it to snap out of it somewhat. Let's see if it does snap out of it with a will save.
You think
I
that
wanted
would,
to play
you would
critical
think the mount would be nice to me and not to
Yeah, now he's just abusing it.
Well, the mount.
Wait, I have a question. I have a
Yes.
question.
What is your question?
Because the mount is charmed, is it considered an ally?
No, it won't
Damn.
fight against Rip Nugget. Like it is an ally to you, but it won't be an enemy against Rip Nugget.
Oh, so it's technically an ally to me.
Technically, yes, but it won't function as an ally to any allies
Why
of
would you
it.
count them as being,
Like they're.
friendly?
Here's what you need to see: if someone is charmed and they're flanking someone that was their ally before, they aren't flanking because they're still their friend.
So if Rip Nugget kicks the dude, I can use bodyguard to increase its AC so it doesn't hurt it, so he doesn't go like.
He doesn't try to hurt it. He just wants to knock sense into it.
Oh.
Ezra, if you keep complaining, Rip Nugget's gonna go for you with all your arguing about his battle tactics.
I was-
Who's he after?
Probably Sharkbait, the little arrogant snob that tried to bite him. And then he scooches back into the hallway.
So glad I used that spell to heal for 2 points.
The War Chanter in the back is and tries to grab his dog slicer. He doesn't succeed. Craig.
Is the animal still charmed?
No.
No. Can I try to charm him again?
If you have a spell slot for it.
Well, it's a level. Oh no, it was a level 0 or
Sure.
1.
Let's look up Charm Animal. Charm Animal. Charm Animal is a first level spell.
Oh, it's the first. Okay, never mind then. Well, I can't really do much. But I will have Tyr. Can Tyr manage to get through onto the other side of the War Chief?
Maybe. Acrobatics check, you might be able to roll through, but there's a bunch of stuff in the way.
Well, I'm gonna try to acrobatics check.
What is the acrobatics checks for tumbling? No one's ever tumbled in any game I've been in.
Remember back when tumble was actually its own thing?
Yeah. And then they rolled into
That used to be
acrobatics.
broken.
Well, no, it used to be the thing you had to take because it was stupid.
Unfortunately, the DC is 23.
Yay. Okay, well, then. He will try to bite on the commander again.
Charge. This goblin commando is just going to sit here, you know. He doesn't want to move while these caltrops are around. He's going to wait for someone to clean him up. Escalation die is 5. Goblin commando.
Well, they last for
Wait,
5 turns.
wait. Do you have 2 turns? What's going on here, Mr. Commando? Weird stuff. That's it's because the escalation die is getting so high it's going over his own initiative. That's what's happening. These goblin commandos are trying their darndest. They just let's see, how long does this mirror stay? I think it stays for like a couple of rounds. It's gonna vanish soon. In fact, it might vanish this turn. No, it appeared on. Yeah, it's
I like how we have no clue what's happening too. We're just gonna walk in there after we rip this freaking salamander rider open.
Well, now none of us can get to the rider.
I mean, you just hear a lot of fat, squishy noises. Ezra.
Well, since I can't get two, no wait, no, that'd be a bad idea. I can't use my short bow on it. I'll try to occupy this space and swing. Can I do
Why
that?
not kill the guy who was next to you?
Oh, it's still alive? Okay.
I mean, we forgot about this guy.
I already added the +5 to my temp attack, so damn.
And he's gonna add +1 to being dead.
I mean,
Class change corpse.
And then I'll move over here and try to swing at
Why not let me have the attack?
well, I
Or
mean,
I
can't you
won't have
pogo stick
-1.
over to the salamander boy and in front
Through
of
a
him?
door with a roof, yes.
Oh,
Kitty cat.
I don't know how high it.
Awesome, I can't do anything.
Alright, then I won't move there. Then
That was kind of where I was getting at with how we kind of cut each other off all the time. So we're just like swarm. Oh, you can go there. I'll just throw my axes at him.
yeah, alright.
That's with a -8 as a result of an ally providing cover and attacking into melee.
But the target is taller than the wolf.
You can use your pogo sword to get
Still
him
a
moving.
-4 then.
Okay, so a default throw because we don't have. Because we have the, +4 from the
Yeah.
escalation die.
No, we have +5, don't we?
This map is built so annoying.
Okay, so
There's like,
It's called hallways, Claire. It's a thing that exists.
I know, right? That's what's annoying about hallways. Who invented hallways?
Nobody, Claire. They're just a natural consequence of architecture.
Okay, looks like I don't hit anything.
You didn't invent that rock, Luigi.
Okay, go ahead, Claire.
Okay, well. Let's see. How
Let him have it,
I
Sharkbait.
guess. Yeah, go. go kind of try to bite him, shark bait. And
None of them hit. None. Gogmort tries his best. Oh hell, he actually did something. Cool. He gets to
But
add
no damage.
a 1d6 to that actually because he has sneak attack. Doesn't do anything. He does get flattened by the big chubby man. This goblin commando can't help but curse the fact that his superiors are clearly incompetent, and says that he will enjoy getting a nice big snack out of those stupid little humans. Oh cool, my thing is force scrolling. The Goblin War Chanter is not in any position to do much.
There's a lot of that going around right now.
He's going to try and wiggle his way out. He doesn't. 9 does not escape the grasp of a Lemure. Rip Nugget gives you a little wink and smile. First, he's going to show that dog that being alive is bad, and then he orders his mount to step back and then scooch out. Then he notices that this Lemure thing is going on and tells his minions to stop worrying about that damn thing. Craig.
Tyr is going to follow.
Excellent.
And go.
Show me the goods, Tyr. Actually, wait, I need to remove... Oh, the door's already gone. I was smart and took care of that. Tyr is in a room full of goblins and a big, fat, greasy man. He's also
Are any of
nude.
Are any of these goblins that are in here kind of in pain and dying?
This war chief is being strangled and bleeding.
Okay, he's going to bite on the war chief.
The war chanter, sorry. The war chanter, already being throttled, is now murdered.
So that's 21 with the escalation die.
Yeah, he's gone. He's dead, Jim.
Okay.
Escalation die is now capped out. This commando sees a wolf. He wasn't readying an action for a wolf, but he'll take the opportunity now that it's presented itself. And what a bunch of whiffs. This goblin commando has to make a difficult decision. However, he was told by his boss, you know what? He's not going to be one to jump back on that. He misses, though. Ezra.
Alright, well, I guess I'm following here.
Excellent.
I have regrets, but not many.
Oh, yes. Get mad at me for not being too afraid of all of it.
Well, I mean, I gotta protect here.
I think Tyr's good right now.
actually,
He's got an AC of 23 currently.
is this a
Wait,
door
why does he have
too?
an AC of 23?
Because I have, I cast Aspect of the Bear on him.
Wait, that gives him like 10 AC?
No, he normally has an AC of 21. Because he has magical armor on.
Holy crap!
Ezra, what do? You take an action to move over there? What do you do now? You know, if there wasn't a room filled with caltrops
guys?
thrown by a certain person.
That dissolve on my next turn.
Ah, there we go.
But what's Claire saying?
I mean, is this a door?
Yes.
So, yeah, like you don't have to come out this way to a bunch of room and like get around. You can go through this doorway. It looks like and loop around.
Maybe. We don't know how...
Do you want to take the door, Ezra?
I mean, I could try.
Significantly smarter than standing in the middle of
Alright.
the hallway and constantly stepping into the middle of mini
Oh.
attacks.
Okay.
Nope, it's a little room.
Now kick through the wall. Kool-Aid man it.
Actually, no, wait.
These
That
walls are ramshackle and weak. Kick through the wall.
Ezra, you're a freaking powerhouse. Freaking smash through the wall.
Try.
I'm not want to tell you how to play. I'm just saying you're big.
If a bull rush will do it or something.
Bull rush, hero point,
Yeah.
big strength.
That'd be-
Kitty cat. Your friend is examining a
Alright,
closet.
John's gonna go. And And these are gone now. He's gonna go and kill this guy. Because he is tired of being stuck behind a giant wall of our own people.
Yeah, I get that.
Claire, you're half of the wall.
I apologize. Yeah.
Well, that hurts
So-
him a little bit.
30 and 6 damage.
Okay.
And yeah, I believe.
Everything's
that's all.
on sale when's Christmas in July. I need to add Stickfoot and Mr. Rip Nugget to a list of special things. It's a very special list for special people. Gogmort doesn't like this. He doesn't have his Flame Blade. He doesn't have his cool spells. He just has to hope that his spear hits this wolf, which it doesn't. Eleanor, you're in the back. You might actually be approaching the end of this long fight. You just have to be strong!
Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm gonna have Sharkbait join Talon while I go this way to hopefully provide some support. And she's gonna go for a chomp.
You rip his throat out. Mr. Rip Nugget is beginning to see his plans unravel in front of his eyes. Where he once had a strong advantageous position, now it is turning against him. Though he doesn't see that, because his head is hanging and he has his eyes closed for some reason. Eleanor, as you peek around the corner, you see him sitting on Stickfoot, dignified and tall, but eyes closed.
What? Eyes closed.
Would you like to spend an action knowing what's going on with him?
I think I know what's going on with him.
Yeah, sure.
He's sleeping. Goblin jumps on the body of his war friend and avenges him with a mighty jump and misses Tyr and sort of lands over here awkwardly. Craig, what do you want to do?
Well, I am going to trundle over here because I am slow.
Trundle, trundle, trundle.
And
Hello?
Tyr is.
Hello.
Hello.
Trundle.
Okay, Tyr is going to shift up to here.
Marvelous.
Take a bite of the druid because fuck any druid who isn't his master.
Eat shit, mother ducker.
That would be a 20.
Roll me a CMB to see if you trip him.
Does that trip him?
Duh. Gogmort. Because this guy is a weird... Yeah, it does. He's actually on the ground now. It's 15!
He's also taking acid damage from the...
Show me how much it hurts. Show me where it hurts you the most.
in 1d4, right?
Sure.
Hold on, I'm just checking the...
Well, this guy's dead. Where's this guy at? Oh, he's over there.
Yeah, 1d4.
Oh, I was hoping to kill that one. I thought the commandos were close enough for panache points.
I'd say that these guys probably are. They're actually good at the job
I
now.
don't get it because Sharkbait stole my kill, so...
Hey, what are you doing in my closet? Okay, Gogmore takes another 2.
Well, I wanted to. I wanted the
And
furry
he's going
bait.
to take another bite. No.
With everything that's going for him, yes.
Oh, really? Okay.
So roll me another acid. As you melt this poor innocent man who just tried to murder you for Bloodsport. This Goblin Commando tries to swing, but due to the way the doors open, it gets stuck. You know how, like, when the door swings open, it gets stuck in that gap between the door and the wall, and the doorpost. And he has to spend his other action pulling it back out. Ezra, he's open. Pulling it back out. Ezra, he's open. You got a perfect swing.
Bam!
Damn, that's a perfect swing. That's a 1-hit kill on a 12 HP dude. As you watch him try to pull his weapon out, you take the opportunity and smash.
I'll cleave him, then run in.
You have 2 more
Guy
actions.
Is this guy alive?
He's alive, yes, and he's very worried about the fact that he just saw his friend get bisected.
Another hit. Bam! Oh,
No.
no.
That hits, but it definitely demoralizes him.
What are their AC? I thought their AC was higher than 16.
Escalation die.
No,
Minus 5.
I already
Second
added my.
attack.
Oh, in that case, no, you don't hit.
I already added my escalation die anyway, so.
Oh, in
Yeah,
that
so
case.
11.
All right. Mr. Gogmort, can you roll me a will save? He makes it. Kitty cat.
You just run in and start stabbing people. You know, no point in being careful.
Don't hit the lizard. I like the lizard.
You bounce off. Well, actually, with a +6,
Pretty sure that one hits.
you hit him in the back. I have to look up some information.
God fucking.
Oh, don't worry. There's something important that you probably would hate yourself for figuring out now.
I dropped out.
Oh, that's what happened. All right, well, don't worry. I gotta look something up, namely how hitting a sleeping target works. I think it's an auto crit. Could have done a coup de grace, but just had to charge into battle, you know.
Zach?
Zai ain't back yet.
Everyone was doing stuff for a little bit. I'm here.
Would you like to roll me the damage again?
Why?
Just do it. Just roll me that attack. There we go. You notice that once you finally land your weapon in him, he like goes, ah! As if he was sleeping.
And then also explodes.
No, he's alive still. And he's very eager to show you what it means for him to be alive, as that shimmering sword slowly turns around.
Demoralizing attack.
What does that do? How does that work? Who am
get
I?
I get roll an intimidation check on him and everyone around him when I hit him.
Marvelous.
That's kind of crazy.
Actually, it's called Menacing Swordplay, which is a much better name.
It is.
It also only affects the guy. Show me the guy roll. So that's 5 plus 10 plus -1. So, oh yes,
23.
he is quite shaken by that, being stabbed in his sleep. Tyr can roll me an attack of opportunity as Gogmore tries to get up.
Yes, he rolls an attack of opportunity and bites.
That hits. Would you like to trip him and roll me that 1d4 for acid as Gogmort probably might fail to get up? No, he doesn't. He gets up.
He manages to get up.
He still gets acid burned though, and in a raw flurry. You've never seen a goblin so angry. As he just tries his best to drive that spear in as deep as he can, with a sadistic desire to make him bleed from his lungs and drown in it.
I
Yep.
think he misses though.
That's very nice for him. Eleanor, what do you do?
Right. Sharpay's gonna zip and find surprise Gogmort. And she's going to bite. And she's going to.
Why are you
Hit him.
stealing all the kills? God damn it.
He's
I'm
still
not-
alive. All right, that's one attack, and you can trip him if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna trip him.
So roll me the CMB, and then you have one more action. He's on the floor. You have one more action.
Finally fucking worked.
Would you like to tear his throat out
Oh,
while
yeah.
he's on the floor? You did. Oh. This guy wanted to make Tyr's lungs fill with blood, but instead his own lungs are starting to fill up. And he coughs up. This goblin commando takes this firm combat assessment of the situation, watches as his leader is demoralized. You know what? I don't get paid enough for any of this. I'm going to take he's going to take his good old chances with that bunyip.
I don't get
Ezra, he bumps into your legs as he tries to dodge past you.
Alright, well, I'm up. So I got my attack.
Yes, you do.
Wait, why does Ezra get an attack?
Because he tried to get past her.
Because he tries to slip past and failed and decided to push on through anyway.
If only I got sneak attack so I could add that 4.
Chief Rip Nugget is basically on his own now.
Staring at the kitty cat.
He orders his mount to scooch on up and decides that at the very least he can leave you with a deep emotional scar. Starting off with the wolf and then going for the shark bait. As he has gone mad with something, even if a bit demoralized. That's a -2 on both, by the way, because he's shaken by being spooked.
Then I don't
-2 to damage or -2 to...
Chief Rip Nugget at this point is infused with raw wrath. He is no longer a sensible person. He's just angrily shouting and swinging his sword every which way. So the second attack's for Sharkbait, the first attack's for Tyr. Craig, this man has gone mad. Put him out of his misery. He's shouting about greaseballs rolling around and punching his bards.
Well,
kinda
I'm
weird.
going to come in, and since I don't got much else I can do at the moment, since I used my spells, I'm gonna just fucking twat him with a stick.
I love that it hits. You knock some sense into him. Maybe.
And Tyr is going to bite at the war chief.
Oh, heck. No.
That's a
Almost.
No, it's not.
Ezra, if you do play this right, you can finish the guy off before his mount gets involved.
I get up. Then
I don't want to finish him off, but sure.
Ave Maria, etc.
bam.
That is with it. Oh no, that's not with the flanking bonus.
I'm not flanking with Krieg.
Yes, I am saying that's... Wait, does that include the flanking bonus and the escalation die?
Well, I had the escalation die in there.
But not the flank.
Then no, that's a 22.
Then it's a 22, and that beats his 21.
So,
With an
and since it's
18
flanking,
damage.
I get sneak attack. Ooh.
You cut off both of his ears and part of his skull with a single blow. And watch as in his angry wrath, his teeth just start spitting every direction
Ooh.
in a shower of hail. Can everyone that's adjacent to him roll me a reflex save?
The
I'm gonna add my cat stuff onto it.
Gogmort has a pretty good reflex save. It's DC. What is an appropriate DC for this big, scary man? Let's go with 17. That's a CMD. It's a nice DC to go by.
Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, wait, that was supposed to be shark baits.
Okay. Let's retry that so y'all can see. Those who fail take 7. Those who succeed take half. 3. 7.
What's the DC?
17.
All right. With all my stuff I just threw at it, then mine is 21.
Excellent. Also, the spray of teeth lands on Gogmort and kills him.
That was weird.
Beep.
And I try to calm the lizard so that it doesn't freak the fuck out.
Do you
I
have...
stab it.
You can use animal handling or diplomacy if you want to. Although Kitty Cat is trying to murder it right now.
Fucking murder it.
Don't murder my lizard.
Aside from the failure of trying
It's a
to
little
handle it.
it's a little difficult with how spooked it is by everything that's going on right now.
Yeah, but I'm so smoothing and I have big, strong hands.
I got big, strong hands. All right. We got a whole bunch of paperwork to take care of after this, including the stuff this guy was carrying. He has some fun stuff, by the way. But for now, let's all take solace in the fact that you did it. But before we end this off, you hear a little voice in the back of your head. It's the insidious voice that often calls out whenever you are standing next to someone who's saying the stupidest shit and you just want to grab him about the neck and strangle him until every word chokes him. And that voice says, "You are not leaving until I'm done with all of you." And that's where we
boy.
leave off today. By the way, this place is
dang.
a goblin art gallery. What a great room name. What could goblin art possibly look like?
I mean, I think we just made it.
Look
Yeah,
at all
you
these
see
teeth.
the chunks of goblin everywhere. That's probably goblin art.
Look at all these teeth. Oh boy. Well, you earned a lot of experience in the process. Let's see, you're at... Really? I got to do some math in the background, but we'll take care of the paperwork later. It's pretty late. This went on a little longer than I thought, but that's how big drawing fights go. Yeah. You may have accidentally decided to go for the guy that's also the final dungeon of Book 1. Just giving you a little wink and smile.
Yeah, I think I loosely remembered that as we were talking about it, but
Thistletop was mentioned in the book. And now you're not leaving. Oh well.
Dang.
I
Well-
can leave anytime I want. I have like 7 different ways these idiots can follow me.
I have 7 ways I can abandon the party. Yeah.
I legitimately do. I have a disc that can float and carry me. I can swim better than anybody else here. I have acrobatics, a grappling hook.
I appreciate that you
That's
think it's going to be that easy. That's good. I like it. Keep hold on to that thought. You're going to
I
need it.
can stab everybody.
I mean, that is a way out, but I don't think you want to die anywhere near this place.
Kitty,
Not really.
cat, shark bait puts a paw on you.
It's like covered
No.
in like caltrop goo. Because she ran through the
Yes,
caltrop goo.
Which was, I thought, the smart plan to funnel the enemies.
Turns out
Yeah,
they
they
didn't
were
have to
coming
funnel.
down.
it
It made
did.
them all go in one direction, and so they couldn't escape the thing that was murdering half of them.
Yeah, but then it
Aurelium
fell.
is like, I helped, yay.
I think I just kind of made things worse.
Oh, wait.
Mostly just because I
I forgot to add a Goblin War Chanter. Let's see. What's the total
Makes that-
experience looking like? Well, you're not near level 4 quite yet. But the grand total does look sexy. Really,
Did
though?
we get all the XP from the goblins that threw themselves off the cliff?
You didn't even touch them.
Yeah,
Te-
but I caused that.
How about you? You know what? I'll let the dice decide. Roll me a d20. If it's 11 or higher, I'll say fine. You know what? You learned something from that experience.
Aw.
Well, there goes 10 goblins of experience.
Well, had I known that they were there, but wounded, I still wouldn't have gone after them.
Well, you got a whole fine dungeon ahead of you.
Yeah, we just went clear like the entrance of the museum.
Well, actually, not if you have a bit of time to look around. Let's see what these places are called. I think this is the throne room. Makes sense. Let's see. This is the throne room. I'm smart. I know that. I knew that ahead of time. Eastern Guard Tower. Oh, these are towers. The ones where the dudes from the left came from as well. You saw the barracks. How much more says the Thistletop? A few more maps. You're going to have to go down. Going to be fighting exciting things like Tentamorts. And Goblin... What? 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 I need to verify this. Oh, that's fucking artisanal. That's great. I love it. This is the best. Oh boy. Well, pat on the back, everyone. You made it through a shitfest with quite clean. That was a quite clean fight for how chaotic it should have been. Like, most of you are alive with a lot of hit points, in case you didn't notice. And these were technically like 4 or 5 separate encounters that you basically ran storm through. So hey, give yourself a pat in the back. For as much as a clutter it was, you did great.
Beep, beep,
yeah, I
beep.
need to be a little more mindful where I have.
How about-
or,
how
you
about-
know, 'cause
Starting off to grow some mindfulness, you go to bed right now because it's very late and you all should get your sleep. And if you're well rested, you can think better. And we can talk about this later after we've had a moment to sink it all down. Is it the Runelords pack? Ah, man, it's so quiet. Let's see. He said it's a great description. Ugh. Oh, heck. It's almost like 12 o'clock for me, too. Gosh, it's late. We'll see y'all later.
Yep, see you,
Absolutely.
Seth.